Hey, everybody. Welcome to a special edition of RPG Short Shots, a gathering of nerdy gamers from all walks of life who come together and play D&D, Dungeons & Dragons. RPG Short Shots. If this is your first time watching the Games Tavern, hello. Thank you so much for joining us. Please come on and follow the Games Tavern. We need your following. We would really appreciate it. It's free. It supports the show, it supports cast, supports the crew. We'll get rolling shortly, but first we've got some announcements to make.
Yeah, so if y'all haven't heard, we're currently going through a charity stream to help feed hungry kids. So the Games Tavern has partnered with No Kid Hungry to raise money, and we'll see how. I'm going to show you how you can go ahead and donate. There are options for giving inspiration to the characters during this show and any other show we got going on this weekend. If you donate $10 or $20 using the donation link. This week in No Kid Hungry, for each $1 raised, provides 10 nutritious meals for hungry kids. So it's a great charity. I've loved being part of this right now. But it even gets better because you can donate and you can get stuff too. So Shared Tabletop has created a donation super bundle for everyone who donates $100 or more. You get a sub to Shared Tabletop, which we're big fans of. I started looking at their stuff the other day. It's amazing. And a whole lot of bonus content, maps, and more from Cobalt Press, CZRPG, the Goblin Explorer, Dragon Shard Studios, Tabletop Games, CZ Peku. All of that's probably worth easily over $100. So, and of course, we're going to keep throwing more stuff on there though too. So any additional donation incentives from D&D Beyond, Cobalt Press, Die Hard Dice, Overhead Games, Miniature Market, and Incarnate are also all contributing in here as well. So this is a great charity. We look forward to seeing any of those donations out there.
In addition to that, one of those sponsors is Overhead Games, and they are doing a giveaway during this show. And you can get an epic character generator for watching and being involved and helping out. So that raffle, we'll give you the details on how to actually sort of sign up for that in our break, which will be about an hour or so. So stick around, and then we'll draw for the raffle at the very end. You've got to still be around, so that way we can let you know if you've won. So stay with us till the very end, which you'll want to anyway, because we're going to have a great time, and there's going to be lots of drama and intensity. But yeah, it's your chance to win some cool stuff.
Okay, thanks so much for those announcements, folks. Now, before we get started, can I ask that everybody go around and introduce themselves, tell us quickly where can we find you on social media? Tell us what characters you're playing, that kind of stuff. Let's go. Jump in, anybody.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and get started. I'm one of the Dungeon Masters here at the Games Tavern. So we actually just launched a brand new show on Monday afternoons called Dirty Deeds. So definitely come check us out, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go until roughly about 10 or so p.m. But I think I completely skipped it, but my name is Philip, or Unstable Dragon. So you can find me all the time hanging out on the Games Tavern Discord and at that show. It's great. Come join us. Watch this motley little crew try to keep a dog alive. It's interesting.
Hi, my name is Lizzie, and I am going to be on an upcoming show called Midgard Heroes. You can find me pretty much on most social medias under the name Lady Chocobo, but I'm most active on the Discord and on Instagram.
Next, I'm Alexis. I am also going to be on an upcoming show with Lizzie called Midgard Heroes, which I'm very excited about. You can pretty much find me on all social medias at Phase Night. So like phase of the moon, and then night as in knight in shining armor. But yeah, you can basically find me all over there. I'm pretty active on Instagram because mainly a cosplayer. But yeah, so check out my stuff if you'd like.
I'm Kathleen. I'm from Worlds Unending, where we're building a little app to make gaming easier for everybody. You can find me on various social media at Cathadriel, like Galadriel, but with a K-A-T-H at the front. Or if you find Worlds Unending, you'll find me because I manage all the social media content for that.
Hi, I'm Kyle. You can find me on Twitter at Lord Kyle K. I'm also on the Games Tavern Discord. And I'll be a part of the Games Tavern, and I'm going to be doing with their short shots.
Thank you so much. That was your first test as a group. You did great. I didn't have to direct you. That was perfect. I'm Danny O'Neill. I am from Hammerdog Games, and you can find us at Hammerdog Games on Facebook and Twitter. And I basically create some RPG stuff every now and then, and this is my first time in the Games Tavern, and I'm so excited today to be working for our charity cause, right? This is an amazing thing where $1 can get 10 meals for kids. Are you kidding me? For a cup of coffee, 50 meals, for a fast food lunch, 100 meals. Please, I know you know what we're doing, but it's something I have to keep banging on. This is one of those causes you just can't give up on. This is amazing. We've done a lot to already get some meals made for some hungry kids, but we have a lot more to go. So please, we hope you enjoy the show and you can find ways to contribute as we play. That said, is everybody ready to go?
Ready.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for playing today. And again, since this is our first time together, if I do anything that's unfamiliar to you, please just raise your hand or tell me, Danny, that's completely and utterly wrong. If I interpret a rule in a way you've never seen before, that's because I'm a very old human who has played every version of this game and sometimes remembers the second edition version of that rule at the wrong or inappropriate time. So please don't hesitate to tell me I'm being a fool. It will not end in your death, perhaps some maiming or minor injury, but not your death, I promise. So does anybody have any questions for me before we begin? Anything about your characters, your backgrounds, anything? You are all too easy. This is going to be a wonderful experience. I'm sure, I am certain. So then for our watchers, these folks are basically heroes of a past age, and we are just going to launch like that because it is really, really cool when we do that. So if you give me just 1 second to get finally set up here. A lot of screens, folks.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I have all of your characters, of course. Thank you for generating those for me and giving those to me in advance so we could take a look at them. Folks, you have been asleep for a very long time. So long, you haven't had sensation. You can make this analogous to a cryosleep if you really want to go sci-fi, but let's keep it in the fantasy world. You are sleeping like King Arthur in the tales of old, where he was sent to sleep to be awoken at the time of England's greatest need. You are all Arthurs. You are all heroes of this type, and you were put to sleep ages upon ages ago for the moment we're about to experience right now. You were surrounded by darkness, but sensation is starting to return. Coldness, compression, release. You feel the taste of earth in your mouth. You start to spit it out. You feel a squeeze and a release and the sensation of cold stone beneath you. What do you do?
What the heck was that he gave me to drink? I start looking around.
You go to speak and your voice is not quite there. You start looking around. You're in some sort of cave. You can hear something. It just doesn't make sense yet. None of it makes sense. Anybody else?
I immediately cast light using my cantrip just so I can see a little better and try to figure out what's around me.
You try to cast your light spell and you don't feel right. I'm going to need you to make a concentration check to see if you can do that. Even though that's a cantrip and the easiest and the most natural spell you've ever cast in your life.
18.
Oh, no problem. Is this the elven light that you're casting right now?
Yes.
So for those just watching, the elves of this campaign setting were created when sunlight shone through a green leaf, and that energy that came through was used to make them. So their souls are green light, and they have the ability to pull that out of their bodies and make a light with it. So a greenish yellow light lights up the cave. And as you look around, you can see that there are others in the same state as you, discombobulated, confused, doing this, and then you can see a figure standing in the darkness watching you all.
That's a little bright. Could you turn that the other way for just a second?
I'm sorry.
No,
And I'll
it's
turn
okay.
it off.
Was it really necessary, though? I mean,
I mean, do you normally? I've never been asleep before. I don't know what this is like. Do you usually just get up and stumble around and hope you find what you need?
I've never slept before either.
I believe this is what the humans do, how they experience their unconsciousness. It is a very comparable to a very deep meditative sleep, a deep meditation that we tend to go through. Imagine just instead of feeling the grass underneath you or the wind blowing against you, that it is nothing. And then you just let your mind wander.
So you're saying the humans do this every day?
Did they do it
Typically.
underground? Because this is gross. I think I have a spider in my hair, and I'm not okay with that.
This is very unpleasant.
Can someone please get this? It's moving.
Come here. Come here. I got you.
Thank you. It's really.
It's just a little one.
Ah, goodness. Are there more?
So almost every word you all just spoke happened in your heads because you were trying to speak of those words and your voice just wasn't returning. So you're looking at each other and you're sort of understanding that each other are confused, but I mean, you are coming out of something unlike anything you've ever experienced before. Never mind just sleep for elves. You've been asleep for a very long time. So at this point, you can see that this figure is a short, squat humanoid of some kind. And they step into the golden green light, and you can see what appears to be a human wearing some strange bluish leathers.
Do they look familiar?
Not at all.
Fax would like to make an investigation check of this human.
Okay, you can do so at disadvantage.
Oh, finding my glasses first to put them on. Yes, there we go. Not fantastic. That's going to be a 14.
Okay, what were you investigating? You're just looking for extra information?
Trying to see just general appearance. Yeah, getting more information about what I can discern from. Does he look like he's of nobility? Does he look like he's just some messenger? Does he look like he's a warrior? Does he?
He is a she. An elderly she with long, stringy, gray-streaked hair. She's wearing blue leathers and sealskin boots. She has a long knife at her hip. She has one hand on the knife as she is looking at you all. She does not seem to be in a menacing or attack posture, more like an observing one.
I'll kind of sort of slowly, shakily stand up a little bit and
do you need water, child? Ah, how foolish of me. I'm so sorry. And she draws a skin, brings it to you, says, please, pass it around. All of you drink. I'm so sorry. How thoughtless.
I'll take a little kind of smell and make sure it's actually water.
Yeah.
Can I ask who you are?
Of course, child, all in time. Get your strength. Sit up. Take a moment.
Pass the water around.
I like the threatening look when she calls you child. So child is the sort of group name for all of the quote unquote friendly races of this campaign setting. Okay, and there's a whole bunch of stigma that goes with that. But as far as you're concerned, dwarves, elves, humans, halflings, gnomes, tabaxi, are all children, half elves, half dwarves, all children. So it's fairly natural to be called child by somebody who thinks they're your elder anyway, right? Okay. So everybody takes a drink and you start to feel a little bit of strength come back and your hands start to work and your vocal cords start to work again. And she says, here, come, gather around this fire. She points at a pile of sticks in the cave and they burst into flame.
Oh,
Okay.
sit around the fire.
Who are you?
In time, child, in time. Gather around the fire, please. Warm yourselves.
Reminds me of camp.
All elves. This is an all elf party, everybody. We have a half elf and all elves. So fire, maybe not, and yet you would take warmth from it, right?
Just kind of go stand near it, leaning on my staff.
And that's when you realize, like, you have everything. All of your equipment from when you went to sleep is still with you. It's how did this work? And you're trying to puzzle it out when she says, I am Samana Key. I came here to wake you, for I, like you, am a world warden. So, before we continue, please, may I have your names? What is your name, child? And she leans down to excuse me, to Kyle. Kyle, can you tell us your name, please?
Yes. I am Fax. I was the lieutenant of the city watch. And, well, I didn't exactly work my way up the ranks in there. They sort of recruited me from. Anyway, that's not important. Fax is very good at finding out information.
An investigator, very good. Thank you. How about yourself? And Sarah, she turns to you.
My name is Aurora. I was a hunter for my village. I tend to be good with a bow.
An archer. Understandable. I can see why you would have been put in the long sleep. Philip.
I'm Lunan Tyde Sage. Kind of grew up near a small fishing village. I've always had a way with the elements and my staff.
You had a way with your staff?
I call it my boomstick.
You have a boomstick?
Yeah.
I'm
it
not
makes
sure.
noise.
I'm not certain what that is, but I'm certain it must be very powerful. Otherwise, you would not be here. Angelus turns to you. What is your name, child?
I'm Illumine. You can call me Allie. That's kind of what everybody did back at the temple. I'm Temple of Solaria, of course. I was one of the disciples in training. Be a healer. It's what I was working for, and now I'm here.
Indeed. It's easy to tell from your vestments who you worship, child. And praise be to Solaria for her service to all the children in all of Denoa. Yes. Kathleen, she turns to you last.
I am Alendria. I can do a little magic here and there, and I appreciate I'm probably a little bit out of fashion right now, but as soon as we can get to a nice town, I will fix that, and I will be here for your makeup needs, for your clothing needs, all of that. I got you.
About this time, you notice she has like seaweed in her hair.
I can help.
Yeah.
It's a fashion choice.
It could be cute.
I am.
Yes? I love it.
I marvel that there are precisely 5 of you. This is an excellent sign. But I forget myself already. I forget myself. Fax, whom do you serve?
Oh, Fax serves Dinara. Mother Dinara, of course.
And she starts going down through you one by one.
I
Whom do you
also
serve?
serve the mother.
Excellent.
That's Danoa and all her people.
All her children. Yes.
Oh, well, I guess the long answer would be Celeria and Danoa, but Danoa too, yeah. I mean, kind of, yeah.
Absolutely, Danoa, though I feel like she could use a few less spiders, but that's just a small, that's a fashion choice that we're working on.
It is understandable that some people are afraid of spiders, but elves to be afraid of spiders?
They're just...
Surely you jest. Surely you play with an old woman. Listen, I thank you all for this. Why don't you take a moment to gather your strength while I speak? It will help your memories to come back quicker. Be still, be soft, be still. And she begins to go into a basic long story. As you look around, you can see now that the fire has lit the sides of this very small sea cave. The entrance is only about 20 feet from where you're sitting right now. And the tide is in the cave mouth, not fully, but the tide is receding as you sit in there. She actually has a stick with a lantern on it, and she points at that, and that lantern begins to glow as well. Now the cave is completely lit, and on the walls of the cave, you can see people have painted runes, symbols, wards of all descriptions. And that's when your memory returns that you were here before. Here is where you drank a potion, oh, so long ago. And she says, again, I, like you, am a world warden tasked with protecting our planet, our world from Abominus and the Dread Gods. It has been a long time since they made an assault upon these lands, but I do fear an assault is nigh again. May I ask you, children, who was the leader of the country of Crendor when you were put to sleep? Does anybody have history?
No.
I have a +5.
I do.
Either of you can just roll that up. It is not truly your history. It is your present that you're trying to remember, but you're just a little fuzzy right now.
Total of 20.
Oh, that'll do. That'll do. It was Queen Pius, the Pure. And do you need to say that?
It was, it's been a while, but I believe it was Queen Pius the Pure.
Oh, Pius the Pure. That is now Pius II. Yes, we've had 5 more Piuses since then. Now, I'm no mathematician, but if I think about it, I do believe this means you've been sleeping for a 100-year cycle at least 5 or 6 times.
It's a little disturbing.
Indeed. I might have known by your clothing, but such things are not always a tell of a person.
Why do you think it's coming back?
Ah, child. We have been suffering a strange black tide for an entire season now. When the moon is dark, a black viscous goo washes up upon the shores in this area. And usually it fades away in the sunlight. Solaria be praised. But recently I heard tell from fishermen about a persistent patch near the town of Anglerton, and it concerned me deeply. I went and I examined it, and I found that the ooze was killing all plant life that it touched. Surely something of this scale can only be the Dread Gods. I came straight here to the cave to awake you once I realized that. And now I call upon you to fulfill your oath. It is time for you to take charge of your destiny and to help Danoa. It is time to get out there and see what this evil, persistent malice, I'm sorry, upon this world has brought for Danoa. But I warn you, it has been hundreds of years since an attack. Not even the gods themselves could know what Abominus is up to this time.
We are all committed to Genoa. Absolutely. Though I wonder, are there not other world wardens from this era that have been able to handle this? Other heroes who, is it that bad, truly?
We do not know. I can go wake others, but I started with you. You were the closest. This cave is well known to all the world wardens of this area, but we are in a fairly remote zone. I do not have so many sleepers to awaken around here.
Well, I mean, did agree to help. Just didn't realize it was going to be 500-600 years later, but we're here.
I cannot judge the wisdom of Koseric. I cannot judge the wisdom of the gods. I can only fulfill my charge, and that was to wake you, and now to bring you to examine the black tide. So I would request that you gather your strength, say your prayers, read your books, do what it takes, for in an hour we leave this cave and we head to Anglerton.
How long until we get there? It sounds like we must haste. I think it probably would just get worse if we let it sit.
The black tide in this case has stayed for several days, and it will take us a full day to reach there. So again, gather your strength.
You wouldn't happen to have any food, would you?
Oh, yes, of course. You should have food as well. And if you look, you actually went to sleep with rations and some fresh fruit that is still fresh. Okay, so some of you have fruits, figs, things like that are 600 years old. Okay, she has a fish, which she's happy to give to you, along with her skin of water. And you can cook the fish, you can eat it raw, she cares not. Well, she probably wants you to eat it raw. But anyway, would anybody like to do anything while you're gathering strength in the cave?
Fax is skeptical of the fish that she's presented, and also of the apple that he's holding in his hand. He knew that he'd packed it, but cursory look over, little nibble. Interesting that our food should stay so fresh, but then continues to eat it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Oh, just examining it, and it's so curious to you. You're all just absorbing this fact. 600 years.
I'd let Fax try his food first, and then I'll try mine.
Okay, sounds good.
My food, my apple.
Everybody is cautiously nibbling on food and gaining strength, and the fire is warming you, and you can just feel it as a rush of energy. Really, every moment you're getting stronger and stronger and stronger. It's almost as if you're drawing energy from the cave itself. And soon, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you're just, wow, we're ready to go. We're just so jazzed. And actually, you've not felt like this in your entire life. It wasn't the fish.
This is a strange feeling.
Madam, Fax and I believe the rest of us are eager to get to our task. He's pulling out his knives. He looks over his sword, his rapier. Yes, I do not wish to make haste on others' behalf, but Fax is ready.
Are you ready to get wet, Fax? We can wait till the tide goes down more, or we can get wet. Matters not to me.
A few more minutes. Yeah, a few more minutes sounds good.
Yeah. Are we going to need to go underwater?
I hope not. Not if we wait just a little longer. And you can see again, the tide is going out. The cave entrance is becoming more accessible.
Besides, I would like some extra time to check my bow, please. It looks fine, but I'm shocked.
So I think what Fax will do at this point is he doesn't care about getting wet. He's like, very well. I would like to take a look outside. I'll return momentarily. And
Okay.
I mean, at this point, all we have to go on is what this woman's, word is, and our own memories.
Yeah.
Want to see for Fax wishes to see for himself, and goes outside. Not sure what all you need from me there, but it's just going to the outside of the cave. Yeah.
Okay. To go to the outside of the cave right now, you're going to be wading in seawater. Is that okay with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it comes up to maybe, just the lower part of your chest. And she watches you with just amusement on her face. And she looks at the rest of you like, is he always like that? And you go splashing into the water and, a little bit of tidal effect there. But you are, in fact, in a sea cave. When you go outside, you can see that it's a bright day. There are some clouds in the distance. It's unbelievable. But you also have the memory of being brought here, right? With a wizard, a very ancient wizard who brought you here with two others and put you to sleep.
Those two others, were they among the current party?
They are not.
Fax takes a deep breath of the outside air, the fresh sea air. It's as though a day hasn't passed. Interesting. Very well. And he'll just go right back into the cave.
Okay.
So what'd you find, friend?
A lot of water.
You don't say.
I mean,
Madam,
yeah.
forgive me my skepticism, but all we have to go on is thus far is your word as a warden, which far be it from me to question too much of your nobility in that. But I do believe we will see and understand more with our eyes and ears than just by being here in the cave. We may wait, to let the water go. But I have more questions. Not right now.
We will have a long journey together. You'll have much time to ask me questions. And I can imagine after such a long sleep, your questions must be vast. So, Fax has his adventure at the cave mouth. Anybody else like to do anything else?
You said it's, ma'am, sorry, it's 600 years?
I believe so, child. Again, I could be off by a little bit, but not by too much.
Does the Temple of Solaria, does that still stand?
The Temple of Solaria has only grown since you slept, child. Krendor is now the dominant nation of this region. Solaria's will is almost everywhere.
This might be a silly question, but have the names Eleonora or Aveline ever come up? They were disciples I trained under. I didn't know I was going to be asleep for 600 years, and I don't know if they ever did what they meant to do. And I'm sorry.
No,
it's a lot to take in.
No. She comes and she puts her hands on your shoulders, right? Says, no, child, of course I completely understand. But I am no historian. And I have not been around for 600 years, only 60. And I have not slept. So I'm afraid you will have to find those answers yourself. And perhaps when this mission is done, you'll be given that chance. Who knows the ways of the wizard? Who knows his will?
Is he still in existence?
I have never met Kosar, but I have met others who say he is, yes. And that he travels now with an old man and a young woman. And together they recruit world wardens, world walkers, world wakers, world wishers, world wardens. So yes, child, he's still alive. Now, that actually would bring you all happiness. This was a father figure type of wizard. I mean, the classic Gandalf character in every respect, that you trusted, you absolutely were willing to die for his cause. And yes, you would be very excited to hear 600 years he's still around. Well, that doesn't make sense, but okay, good deal.
I'm gonna go just kind of walk away and kind of sit in the corner and take out my holy symbol amulet, and I'm just gonna sit there and hold it. And Eleonora and Aveline, I didn't know it was going to be this long, but I hope you did what we tried to do. I hope you were able to accomplish it, and if not, I have time now, and maybe I can help finish what you started, but I'm sorry. And then I'm just gonna like sit and hold it just for a second.
Okay, so just for fun, go ahead and roll. Wow, what am I gonna have you roll? I'm gonna have you roll a D20.
Can do.
Just tell me the raw number on the D20.
14.
Okay. You say your prayer. Unfortunately, I mean, not unfortunately, but that's it. You say the prayer, and the prayer is said. You gain a little peace because you did know this might happen. You just didn't know, you didn't calculate that it could happen for such a long time. You thought maybe you were going to sleep for a year, maybe a couple of years, but just didn't work out that way. Still, you know that's not your fault, and that Kosaric would never have done this to harm you. So you find that small piece of solace, at least. Anybody else?
I'll probably take, since we have an hour, and I will kind of take some time and I will sort of summon a familiar. It'd be nice to have a set of eyes that I can look through, as Fax was pointing out.
Okay. So I mentioned in the character creation, your familiar would not be ready. So what's going to happen is you're going to cast this now, and I'm going to give you your familiar at a certain point in the adventure. Okay.
Sounds
So
good.
by all means, you start to cast your spell. There are runes on the walls of the cave that begin to glow as you incant. It's pretty cool. You're not quite sure what it's doing, but it's pretty cool.
At all.
Okay.
After I kind of cast my spell and then no familiar appears, and okay, well, it's been a couple hundred years, I'm a bit rusty. I may try to cast Identify on the wall.
Sure. Okay. So how do I want to say this? You are looking at magical ruins where you have only ever heard of a ruin being a single solo magical source of power. These are ruins that have been stitched together in a language you are unfamiliar with. So it seems to combine some magical phraseology with some religious phraseology, with some phraseology you don't understand whatsoever.
Ellie, do any of these symbols mean anything to you? Some of these are kind of religious in nature, and some of these I just don't understand.
Oh, yeah. Can I make a religion check?
Yep, and actually, you can make an Arcana check as well, Wizard. I'm sorry, Wizard. I forgot your name there for a moment.
So who knows what my name is?
Elendria.
7.
I got a 15. Tired.
So the 7, you just can pick out some deity names, including a couple that, who the heck is that? And the 15, yeah, I mean, this is certainly magical spells, but they are somehow anchored by divine magic, and there is some sort of meta magic aspect to them that is beyond you as well. It's nothing you've ever seen before or even heard of, but you do know that back in your day there was rumors of an island of sorcery where all the powerful magical spells had been brought to, And perhaps this is something that came from that Academy of Wizards from so long ago. It's all you can imagine.
I'm going to pluck out a journal and just sort of draw out just to kind of file those away from memory because that's kind of cool.
Okay, very good. All right. Any last actions before we get moving?
So
Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of go stand by the entrance to the cave and just kind of like close my eyes and sit there and just try to get a feel for what's like in the water or what's around. Just trying to connect with the land a little bit. See if I can feel anything or.
Like, are we? Oh, I don't believe you have spell slots, do you?
No, it's not. I'm not doing this. I'm just kind of, as a druid living on the coast before, I'm just trying to get a general sense of feeling of the atmosphere, basically.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lunan.
Yep.
I was thinking you were the ranger there for a moment. Thought you were doing your,
Oh, no, I'm just.
sense the land kind of ability there.
I'm doing that, druid thing where I just kind of hang out in the corner and
So
connect with the land.
You more than anybody understands the battle that's before you. Okay? Because you worship the very world that is being assaulted. So from your history, from your knowledge, you know that Danoa has been corrupted by these dread gods. In fact, you are completely aware of an entire land called Halhavik that is part of the kingdoms that are around the Moralan Sea, where things in Halhavik are completely broken. There is a flying river, right? There is a mountain that explodes and comes back together. Magic on Danoa has been broken by the dread gods. In fact, almost everything has. And if you don't do something soon, or if you can't stop them, Danoa will be destroyed, and all life upon it will perish. This has been known to the druids for over 1,000 years. Okay. Your time at the cave helps you recollect that.
Okay.
So I just had a couple questions I wanted to ask her.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody been waken up since we slumbered for something like this?
Oh, child, I assume so. But in my lifetime along this coast, no. This is the first. And to be honest, I've patrolled this coast for 30 years. So this is a strange day. This is a unique day. And I hope that I have done the right thing today.
Thank you.
Child, you do not understand. I am here to thank you. You are the heroes that can bring the light to this area. You are the ones that can drive away. I'm sorry. It is my hope that you can drive away the black tide. Excuse me, folks. One sip of water here. Yeah.
You've been spent too much time in the cave.
Yeah, too much time with voices. It is
I
up to you. Go
I
ahead.
hate to be the one to ask, but is there a hope if we fail?
Yes. I wish to journey with you, but if things look dire, I will go and wake other sleepers. It will take me some time. Even in bird form, it will take me quite some time to reach them. So, Druid, you just caught that, right?
Yep.
Luna?
So, I don't think we can wait.
But she also said bird form, so she's telling you.
Yeah.
Right? She's part of your circle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
got that too.
So you gather yourselves. Eventually your memories come back. You start to feel okay. You start to feel like you're probably not being tricked. This is legitimate. The fog of the long sleep changes instead to the energy I was mentioning before. And soon you've got an energy you've never felt before, and you are ready to go. The water has receded enough that she's able to take you outside and help you climb up the cliff to a path. It's nothing you have to roll for. You can take your time on it. Okay. It's a beautiful climb. The ocean is gorgeous. And this is the ocean known as Marala. This is an inland sea all the countries that you're familiar with surround Marala. Okay? On the north bank of Marala are the kingdoms that do not worship arcane magic. They in fact vilify it. And on the south side, everything's okay. But on the north coast, it's very divine driven. On the south coast, it's very arcane driven, to give you some old third edition tropey words. Okay? So you climb the cliff outside the Moralan Sea, and soon you're up on a path, and she says, this is it. We are on our way to Anglerton. You please let me know if you need to rest, if you need to eat, anything. But we should go now.
Yes, by all means.
Anybody want to take any preparations or do anything special?
I do want to try to scoop up like 6 just small rocks from outside the cave, kind of put them in my pocket.
Easy. Yep. Rounded, perfect stones. No problem. Anybody else?
Just enjoying the fresh air and the breeze and the light. And
The sun on a pack of elves is just like hooking you up to batteries. Okay? Solaria bright in the sky, warming everything on this beautiful summer's day. Okay? Exactly.
I think Fax would tug at Lunan's elbow and just motion to head to the back of the group. Pardon me, friend.
Yes.
Fax has questions.
Don't we all?
When you arrived, did you arrive alone? Well, aside from, the wizard, and was there others accompanying you to this sleep?
Do I remember if there was others?
Oh yeah, you were brought here with 2 people.
Yeah, no, there was a couple others with me.
Are they among us here?
I kind of look around at all the others. Do I recognize any of them as those people? No.
This is troubling. Fax was brought here also with companions who Fax did not wake up with.
Do you always refer to yourself that way?
Fax is Fax.
You are an odd one.
Many say so.
Aren't we all, my friend?
Very well.
Sarah, can I get you to make a wisdom check for me, please? Sorry, folks. That's type of DM I am. Sometimes gonna jump in like that in the middle of your convo, but it's on purpose. So trust me.
It's okay. I think that was it's just
Yeah.
that quick question. Nothing to like. We're gonna have a long, drawn out conversation, just whispering to each other behind everyone's back. It's just
You've got hours. Yep, you got hours.
Yeah.
To bits it all out. Yep,
And you said wisdom, correct?
correct. Yep.
14.
Okay, so you were brought here with 2 other people as well, and you were told that when world wardens travel, they must always do so in 3s.
Okay. Do I hear their conversation behind me?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They did that first part out loud. That's why I'm doing this with you. Yep. So you recollect, hey, wait a minute.
I turn around and say, well, that's because they had to travel in 3s. Don't you remember?
well, yes. So that makes sense. But why just leave the 5 of us? I understand that we now make 6, 3 and 3, 6. If we are to travel in 3s, what makes this different? What are we missing? There's too little we don't know. Too much we don't know. Too little we know.
And Samana looks at you and says, oh, Fax, I see you were chosen. Well, if there is a riddle or a puzzle to be solved, I believe you're the one that will do so. Well met. Well done. And then she just carries on.
So I want to ask her, are we the last ones to be woken up from here?
Child, I have no idea what happened with the world wardens before me. I only know where this cave is because I was shown by my master.
And there's no one else in there.
You saw the lantern. My role is to light the lantern. When I did that, the lantern went out and the 5 of you rose from the ground. I have no control. I do not know how the lantern works. I was only sent to wake you. It is my only task that I know how to do for the world wardens, beyond exploring this coast and protecting it. So I protect a range of some 300 miles along this coast.
Impressive.
Is there ever, so we always, we were told that we always traveled in threes. Was there ever any kind of indication of when you might not, when you might need other kind of odd numbers, with any significance to sort of 3s, 5s that might be indicative?
The numbers are 3 and 5. The known numbers are 3 and 5. Beyond that, 6, 9, these are fine. It's just a fact that Abominus and the Dread Gods seem to have some power over world wardens when they are not traveling in this way. It is unwise to not travel in a group.
And yet you've been covering this area by yourself.
Indeed, with no activity by Abominus or the Dread Gods, lo, these hundreds of years, which is exactly why I fear today that he has returned. And soon my days of traveling alone are ended.
Vax would like to utilize the ear for deception insight check, if I could.
Sure.
Just seeing if she's trying to hide something behind being alone by herself for so long, especially since we know they're not supposed to be. Or
I was just gonna say the same thing. Yeah.
So yeah. Let's double check that. And that is going to be, math is hard, 16.
You can't detect any deception in her voice.
Okay. Curious. Very curious.
The
Vax
truth
must
is
ponder
very
this.
curious. Okay. You begin
traveling? Are we traveling along the coast?
You are. Yep. Sometimes you're on a cliff. Sometimes you're down on a beach. You're just going, and she is purposefully keeping the water within sight. Now, she does say to you every now and then, look out to sea, children. There are whales at this time of year. And you are of the earth already, or of the earth, right? And so to you, this is heaven, except that you're not surrounded by trees everywhere. In fact, there are a few trees along the coastline. You are obviously children of a forest, right? So it's not quite exactly what you want, but is otherwise beautiful. The water is pristine blue. The sky is blue. The sun is gorgeous. This is a beautiful day for traveling like this. And you travel almost the entire day without rest because you have so much energy. It's actually just the sun has just begun to dip when she asks you if you need a rest.
I mean, we don't need much.
Okay.
Vax is okay with continuing. We may need
continue.
some rest at some point, but at this time, no, I believe it is more wise to. Vax believes it is more wise to reach the tide.
I mean, we're all elves here. We don't really need to sleep anymore. I mean, we just slept 600 years, right?
That's how it feels. Yeah. Like that you don't need to rest at all. Sarah, I need a perception check from you, please. And if also I could get one from Angela, please.
Ooh, natural 20.
Nice.
And I have a 19.
We can see everything.
That's right. That's right. How did you do, Sarah? Sorry.
I have a 19.
Wow. Wow. So the two of you are looking out to sea for whales. And Angela's probably, sorry, Angela. What am I really trying to say here? Thank you. Is it Illy?
So it's Illumine, but I go by Ellie. It's just easier.
Yeah, understood.
A lot of people at the temple. It was hard.
Half of you were named Illumine. It was a big
I know,
problem.
it was an issue.
'Cause everybody else was named Solaria, right?
Tell me about it.
How it works.
No creativity.
But you were off, you were probably staring at the sun setting out into the water, and you both see a boat, and the critical role means you can see that the boat has nobody in it whatsoever. It's a fisherman's boat that would hold about 4 to 6 fishermen.
Hey, Aurora? I have a question.
I see it too. What's up?
Do boats drive themselves?
Not in
guessing
my time, they didn't.
Okay, well, there's nobody in that boat, and it seems to be moving. I don't know if it's the water. I don't know if it's the whales, because we've seen like 50 whales, and I am just on a whole high about that right now. But anyway, yeah. Should we bring this up?
Yeah.
Okay. You can do it.
Hey, what direction is that boat going in?
You saying that to everybody?
Sorry. We've got an inspiration moment happening over here in chat that I'm trying to figure out. What did you just ask me a question?
Which direction is the boat going?
Yes.
It's just going with the tide, which is away from you. Let me think about that. Is that away from you? Yep, that's away from you.
Is it going towards a city though? That's I'm asking.
No, I was like, does it look like it's just adrift?
Oh, it's absolutely adrift. Yep.
So,
sorry, and remember, it's just a boat. It's just a small fisherman's boat. So we're talking about a long boat, right? No sails. Just a little rowboat type of thingy. Okay, but I want to pause here for just a quick second while you process an empty boat. We just got some contribution from Star-Lord Voldemort. Thank you, Star-Lord Voldemort.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And he is giving Illumine a bonus. So you now have Inspiration Illumine, and there are going to be times in this adventure where you can spend that not just for a reroll. So keep that in mind. Blow it if you want to, but you may want to hold that for just a little bit longer. So thank you, Star-Lord Voldemort. We really appreciate that. Thank you, everybody who's contributing to all this stuff. We'll keep this going, and when this group stops being paranoid, we'll actually get going on
one of these days.
Fun combats. So, okay.
You can't wake us up 600 years later and not expect us to be paranoid.
Never stop you from this proper investigation. Go for it.
I can just light everything on fire. Don't worry about it. I'm not too concerned.
Trouble, fire.
Fire, good. We like fire.
Spiders, fire.
Boat in the water. What are we doing?
Oh, I want to look at our escort. It's like, is stuff like that common?
Oh, she's looking out at it now that you pointed out, and she says, "No, that's not good."
But how far out is it?
300 yards. But you're kind of on a cliff, so you have to go down, maybe 300 yards out.
I mean, do we want to go check it out, or do we want to just keep going?
Fax would like to just take a moment, if you don't mind. And he kind of pushes his glasses up his nose a little bit and looks a little closer out at the boat. Does it look like there was a fisherman, or like is there a rope tied to it that's in the water, or does it look like there have been preparations made? Does it just look like it's like empty of all things except it just kind of got loose? That's what he's trying to figure out.
So give me a perception check. Okay. And folks, you see that these glasses he's wearing are a little bit strange. And in fact, he reaches up and touches them like this as he's looking out at the boat. So he's not just putting on those glasses just for kicks, folks. He's signaling to you this is his magical item.
So that is going to be plus 19.
So you can see very clearly that it's dragging a rope, the rope that it would have been tied to a dock with.
Okay.
Have there been any bad storms or anything recently that maybe it got unmoored? Is that the word, unmoored? I don't know, boat stuff.
Yeah.
None, says Samana. None.
Well, were there fish in there? Were there any sign that someone had taken it out?
Too far for you to see that detail.
Okay.
So, all right, you know what? Let me go get a closer look at this. Stay right here. I'll be right back. And I just kind of step over towards the edge, and you see Luna just shrink down into an eagle. And
Eagle? Not sure you can do an eagle at your level.
not a giant eagle, just a regular sized eagle.
Yeah, I don't think you can take a flying.
Oh, you know what?
Creature.
No, you're right. I can't.
You take a water breathing creature.
I can.
Turn into a fish. We'll chuck you into the water.
No, so I can do that. Yeah. Well, so I can turn into a dolphin. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Big
fish.
That's right. Yeah. So I'll go down to kind of work my way down towards the coast to the water, wade out into it, and you see me just morph down into a dolphin.
And Samana raises her hand and says, "Child, are you sure? Are you safe?"
We need to see what's going on.
I agree. I could go or you could go. I am fine with you going. I want to make sure you are safe. Do you feel safe?
I'll be fine.
Okay.
Is there a way we can get closer to the boat that I could be in like bow range if something were to happen?
So if we all want to go, I can make it so we can walk on the water.
That might be the safer option.
Let's do that then.
Okay.
Excellent idea.
So, okay, gather around then. Gather around. It's going to take about 10 minutes, but we'll be fine.
Never mind someone possibly drowning or anything like that. It's fine.
And I'm going to ritually cast Water Walk.
Okay. What does Water Walk say, if anything, about walking on rough water? This is not rough water. I just want to make sure.
Just in case.
Just in case I have a
about
chance
rough
to
water.
drown you or
Fine.
Yeah. Now, the spell grants the ability to move across any liquid surface.
Okay, so we assume you walk up and down waves. With
Yeah.
this kind of thing. Okay, so how long does it last?
It lasts for 1 hour.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. So you have all the time to practice walking on the water, so we don't have to do any of this kind of stuff because we are on an ocean here, right? We're not walking across a pond. So once you learn how to step over the little ripples and lean into the big ones, you all experience this incredible magical experience. Now, isn't this why we play this game? Seriously,
Yes.
We play this game because we have fun moments like this, right?
So I kind of walk around and help everybody because I'm pretty sure I've done this before.
I'm sure you have.
So,
and Samana just walks like she's done it all day. Okay, which you're unsurprised because you're starting to realize she's a higher level druid than you are. Okay, And she is just simply helping you, and you all go walking. And as you get to the boat, you can see clearly nothing in the boat, nothing whatsoever. Okay. It does have a pair of oars in the bottom of the boat. The rope has been snapped at some point. That's it.
Can you tell, Lunan, has that been snapped or cut or chewed off? Maybe that would be different. I don't know.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Take a look at the rope.
Yeah, go ahead and you can give me an investigation on that rope. I mean, you're walking right up to this boat.
Yeah.
This way you're probably chasing it a little bit. Huh?
Yeah, that's a 12.
It is severed.
Somebody
No,
cut
no,
this.
no, that's not right. That's not right. That's not the word I'm looking for. It has been ripped apart.
Okay.
That's the word.
Does it look like there's anything like from somebody preparing a journey? Like, was there fishing poles or anything like that on it? Or is it just
Devoid.
Do we see which city this may have come from, or what shoreline? I mean, granted, it's going in the opposite direction for which we were coming, so we were headed towards where it probably came from. But do we know, are there any markings on there for us to know for sure?
There are none. But Samana will say, this is going to be from one of the nearby villages. It could easily have come from Anglerton. And to be clear, there are no cities along here, right? This is village level stuff where you're at right now.
would
City
it be quicker if we took the boat than walked?
It could easily be, yeah. But we'll have to boat by night. If you think we can boat by night safely, then yes.
How is
Are
the
any
water?
of you skilled?
Any boaters? Excuse me.
Double check. I don't think so.
My boating skill is a -2.
That's beautiful. Negative skills are great.
We can try.
I mean, is it safe on the water at night with everything that's going on?
I mean, traveling on the water at night is only safe if you have light.
Well, we do have that.
It's a good thing we have some light then. If it hastens our approach to the site of the Tyde, then Fax is for going by the water.
If we think it will buy us time and we can figure out how to row correctly, sure, why not? Let's do it. I don't know how to row.
Agree.
You stick the oar in the water and you pull like this. Stick out, and in and out, and
You should probably show me a few more times, like the rest of the way, because
I don't know that there's much more. I mean,
This is what you see Samana doing when she realizes she has 5 forest elves talking about a boat. And she realizes you've probably never been in one.
this is just what Fax has seen.
It looks like you're very good at rowing, perhaps because we're all so unskilled. You should do it.
Well, Fax can try.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Samana there. Cheeky child.
yeah.
Okay, so who volunteered to be the one rowing?
Fax.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to cast guidance on him so that you can have +4 to an ability check. It's a cantrip.
Cool. I mean, it's
I'm
probably
out.
gonna be something based around strength, so that's not gonna be great because I got a -1 in that, but we'll be fine.
So we're taking the boat, right?
Let's
Okay.
do it.
Sounds like
I've
Is
never
it
done this
getting
before.
dark? Is it dark?
It's getting there. Remember, I said the sun had just started to start its decline, so you have some sunlight to travel in to begin with. But then
As
it's going
soon
to be
as-
nightfall.
As soon as the sun passes down, I want to cast my light cantrip.
Okay, very good. So Boom, out comes a magical light that you're going to hold in front of you as you travel, I assume. Yeah?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Not a problem at all.
I'm going to go.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say, I'm going to go towards the bow of the boat. And every time it looks like we're going to hit a slight rough patch, like a wave or something, I'm going to use shape water to kind of try to make it as smooth of a sail as possible.
Okay.
And I'm just going to keep doing that as we travel.
Kyle, what is your strength? Kyle. Sorry, Fax. What is your strength and what is your constitution?
Fax's strength is an 8, and constitution is a 10.
After an hour, he's done on the oars. Done.
No, I got this. Fax can. It's humans do this all day. Why?
Samana just is tickled. And she says, would you like me to help you, child?
Casted guidance. That worked.
You didn't get
Fax
lost.
appreciates the guidance, but ooh, I'm
doing all right back there.
Fax is very. It is. It's been a long 600 years.
That's right. That's right. The sun's gone down though. Your buzz is gone. You're like, I'm just gonna investigate the back of the boat for a little while. But Samana says, children, just let me. And she shape changes into a gorilla and starts to row you in the boat.
We're supposed to be the heroes. I'm glad this is working really well.
Have we ever seen gorillas before?
Oh, that's a fantastic question. For that, I just would ask that you roll a d6. This is just a storytelling mechanism that I use for situations just like this.
That's a 1.
Yeah, you don't have a clue. She could be a hairy demon for all you know.
Yeah, 6.
Okay, you've seen a gorilla.
Like, this is the best day of my life. I have seen whales. I have seen gorillas.
I'm
What's
just
a gorilla?
like casting the light and just staring back like, what the fuck is that thing?
That's right. That's exactly what you think. I mean, rippling muscles, strange face, and it's grinning at you like maybe it wants to eat you or something. As it rows you in the darkness, as the druid pushes waves away and you're casting light spells out so you don't run ashore.
So I want to kind of study the form and be like, because I've never seen one before, and try to guess on how I would use my wild shape for.
Yep. That's understandable. Again, you're not quite sure if you could get to something that big and powerful, but maybe. And boy, you want to study that some more. So I would actually allow you a wisdom check.
Okay.
And anything above a 10 means you're going to be able to remember this shape for yourself in the future. While you're doing that, though, I have to do another shout out for some inspiration. Okay. Tegan, I hope I'm saying that right. Tegan. This is inspiration this time for Cathedral. So Cathedral, you're getting your magic point of awesome. Thank you so much. Again, your donation is not only going to help Cathedral avoid an impending doom that I have planned for her, it's also going to buy food for hungry kids. And remember, that's what this is all about. That's what we're doing here today. Doesn't matter if all these 5 end up at the bottom of the briny sea right now. Well, kind of matters. But we have brought some food to kids that need it, and we want to keep bringing it. So please share this stream with everybody out there. Talk about the Game Tavern with your friends. Those of you watching, you've got the time right now to get on your social media and drive more people at us for this stuff. It's a beautiful cause. Please give. Okay. I want you all then to just take a moment to reflect on this scene, this magical scene that you've all just created. In this boat in the night with green light illuminating the waters below, right? With a gorilla rowing a pack of elves who are completely and utterly out of their element.
someone to draw that. I am not an artist, but I want
Yeah.
someone to draw that at some point.
It's again the magic that happens when everybody picks an elf or half elf just randomly. And those of you watching, completely randomly all chose the same way.
Yes.
How could I not run with that? That's just and the joke was I was going to run them an adventure where they were all halflings, and I decided not to. So this is so cool.
Things just work out.
They do sometimes. So you sail through the night. It is uneventful. Whether your light is scaring things or what, you see nothing more than a few curious fish. And Samana eventually has you pull off to a beach where she says, "This is where I came to investigate the black tide last." Okay, so you can pull the boat up on the shore. It is the pre-dawn hours, maybe 5 a.m. when you reach the shore. And she says, "Do you need to rest?" And of course you don't. You're still jazzed. And she says, "Well, if that's the case, then we should examine. But I warn you, it is night, and this is black ichor. Please be careful where you step."
Well, maybe I'll bring up our light cantrips at that point. Like, that seems like a good idea.
And then suddenly this pack of elves makes a lot of sense in this adventure. So you're all able to summon, even the half elf is able to summon this basically glowing golden green torch, right? It is the light cantrip, but again, this is your very soul. And just so we're clear, this is a piece of your soul outside of you. If I extinguish your light in some way, that is me extinguishing a portion of your soul. Okay?
Oh.
So, question, in the way that I remember how light also works is that you imbue objects with light. Would I be able to do that to our equipment?
No, not in this case. In this case,
Okay.
It's literal, like, think of it as almost the dancing lights the elves had in Tolkien, right?
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Just making sure.
Yeah, no problem. Great question. And that's why we're doing this today, so that I can play test mechanisms exactly like that too. So wonderful. So again, think of this magical scene you're creating on a beach. The waves crashing on the shore. Silent otherwise. The night sky filled with stars. And here you are walking with this golden green light in the darkness of this beach, looking for black ooze. It's pretty cool. Would anybody like to do anything in particular?
Look for black ooze.
Yeah, so where is this ooze usually coming from? Is it coming from the water?
It washes up.
Yeah. So I want to kind of head towards where the waves are coming in.
Mm-hmm. Well, and again, you came in with those waves. So you're there, you're going onto land now to look at this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And what
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, not at all. Go ahead.
I was just asking, do we know what kind of effect the ooze itself has on the flora and fauna? Any particular things to look out for?
She said it killed all plant life it touched.
Oh, just killed. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, not at all.
Okay.
So, you very quickly come upon dead sea oats and things like that, right? So everybody can make a perception check just a perception check. You have a light source, you're fine.
One.
Total of 20.
23.
24.
Okay, so the one gets distracted by a jellyfish she finds on the beach.
Negative 21.
Fish.
Anything 20 and above thoroughly examines the area and finds no black ichor whatsoever. Who had the 24?
Vax.
I'm so shocked. I am shocked that the guy with the magic glasses has a high perception check. You actually think you can detect that it moved down the beach.
So that was going to be my next question. Do we see like the dead plants and stuff with like a trail that we could follow?
So the dead vegetation goes, and you have to understand, vegetation is not like a carpet blanket of green,
right?
Like that, right? We're on a beach, so it's patches, and you can see dead. Well, there's live up there. We can see live.
Yeah.
and dead keeps going that way.
Yeah. So it's almost like a trail we could kind of follow.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Samana has a very, very panicked look on her face at this point. And she's saying, well, wait. I mean, this was here a day ago. And it had sat here for 7 days prior to that. Something has changed. Again, this is why I fear the work of the dread gods.
So it's not moved on its own before? I mean, it's not just waves, the tide came in and took it back out and it washed up somewhere else?
It cannot be. I do not know. I have no answers. This is why we are here, to discover exactly that.
And shall we follow the trail, see what we can find?
Yeah, it seems to be going off in that direction. Probably follow it and see.
That is the direction of Anglerton. We must follow it.
Sand in my shoes.
That's right. Oh yeah. You're not in your happy place right now.
Sand gets everywhere.
It really does.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
So the question is, are you going to get back in the boat, or are you going to walk on the beach following the trail?
I say we follow the trail.
Yes, it'll be much easier for me to track if we are on land.
Okay. And you, Aurora, find this to be one of the easiest trackings you have ever done. There's no need for you to roll unless something strange happens, okay? Otherwise, we will assume that you have skills to follow this path no matter what. So it does, in fact, carry along on the beach, and this beach runs all the way down to the area around Anglerton, okay? So basically, it's just the pre-dawn light. The sky is just starting to light up a little bit when you reach Anglerton. Anglerton is a very tiny fishing village, no more than a baker's dozen of houses, all clustered together up on a high ridge over the ocean. Has a very thin strip beach with a little dock down there. So the people would walk down a path to the beach to get into their boats to go fishing. It would be around now when they would do that. They would want to be out on the water with the sunrise. So you're anticipating running into fishermen, but when you get to the dock, there's nobody there.
Is there a house nearby?
No, all the houses are up on the ledge, about 100 feet up there. You have to go through a path to get up there, like a path in the cliff.
As the trail of destruction, does it kind of come here and go up, or where is the
So that's going to take Aurora a few minutes to figure out, because you've just come up and gone, oh, dock.
Give me just a
We would
moment.
think the fishermen would be out now.
They should be out by now.
Does somebody want to go check and see if perhaps they're just in their house and it's not the worst while I try to track this?
Fax will go up if Fax would appreciate the company.
I'll join you.
We should probably stick to the rules of 3 for the time being. 3 here, 3 up there.
That is wise.
That is very wise. Who's going to join us?
I'd like to stay with Aurora, because if we manage to find some sort of like center section, I have detect good and evil. We can see if this is, demons or maybe just global warming. Who knows?
Is it real?
What?
I can
What
come
is-
along with you.
You would be 100% for global warming. Can I be clear about that?
Yes.
You would be like, take it all over, Solaria. Burn it not burn it. No. Warm it perfectly in your blanket of love. That's what you would be thinking. So you're going to split the party into 2 threes, correct?
Yes.
What are those 2 threes?
So myself and Fax and Lunan.
And then me and Ellie and our guide are going to stay trying to track.
Okay. So Aurora, may I assume that you're going to be running around the land trying to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ellie, what were you going to be doing? So there's a dock. There's a little like a boating shack next to the dock type thing. Not too much else down here.
If I could do like an investigation check to see if I can find maybe a place that there seems to be a center area or an area that where this is, I don't know, coming from is the right word, but where it's concentrated.
So you're looking for pure concentrated evil. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And you are a cleric, so it's not necessarily your wheelhouse. Can you describe to me how you would do that based on your character type? So we know Aurora is going to be doing true tracking, right? How about yourself?
I actually have a decent investigation score. So I'm just gonna like kind of call back to my time back in the temple and my background being a sage and all the studying I've done and how I've learned over the years to take my investigation into literature and apply it to the real world. So I'm definitely kind of just viewing everything and trying to find patterns and where these patterns start to congregate.
Mm-hmm.
Words.
All good.
Yeah, and trying to just kind of look around and just, like see if I can see a center point.
So let me just tweak that idea just a bit and say use a religion check, okay? Not investigation. You're going to use religion here to attempt to figure out the motivation of the evil and would they have concentrated or would they have done. You're looking for what action, what would Abominus and these dread gods do with this if this was really them, okay? You can roll that up as a regular religion check. Aurora, if I could get a perception/tracking from you. Okay, Samana will go to the dock.
20.
I got a natural 20.
You both got 20s, just like that?
No, I had a 15 plus 5.
Okay, gotcha. Well, that frightened me. Okay.
We're actually magic.
Understood. So the 15. Okay. If you were sending beasts, which is what Abominus creates, beasts, he is the god of all monsters, okay? And he associates with Ingo, god of darkness and night, and Panajax, god of madness, okay? These are the 3 dread gods you fear today. And what would they be doing to try to terrorize a coastline? You are just trying to put that stuff together when Aurora screams out, "The village, the village, the village!" Okay, Samana is on the dock and she whips around and we've got 3 people that are going through a crack in the cliff to make a winding trail up to that village. So I have to jump to those 3 people right now, because as you start to walk up that path, your green elven light is making shadows in this somewhat narrow area. And you can see one of those shadows begins to peel itself off the wall. And with a large, oozy swipe, starts to attack at you. So first off, I need perception checks for the 3 people that are in that pathway.
This is why Sarah doesn't make the ideas.
This is why you always split the party. Always split the party.
19.
You are not so far away from your party, but pardon me?
19.
19. I want your rolls.
Oh,
for my attacks, you're rolling for me. The others, sorry?
18.
Is this just a straight roll, or are we adding you said it was perception, right?
Yeah, correct. Perception, visual perception in your case, yeah.
Okay. So that one's going to be 15.
Okay, so you all see this happening and none of you is caught by surprise. Okay, but we're going to roll for initiative now. So everybody know how even the people on the beach need to be part of this initiative roll. So everybody can roll their individual initiative.
Dirty 20 for facts.
14.
Also a 20.
19.
I hate you all.
I got a 3.
Thank you.
Always one.
Natural 1 on an initiative roll. You gotta love it.
Hey, so I
At
got
least it's initiative.
a 3 for Lunan, and I'm sorry I have to do this. Aurora, your number was?
19.
19, thank you. Alendria?
Oh, sorry, 19. Or 20, rather.
Wait, don't panic me that I wrote your name wrong. Ellie?
14.
And Fax? Sorry?
Also 20.
And me. 12. Great. Super sweet. All right. So, Fax, what's your dexterity, please?
My modifier is +4.
Alendria.
Good.
Alendria's modifier?
2.
Fax. There is a giant shadow peeling itself off of a cliff wall and looking at, well, it's not looking at you, but you get the sense that it's not very friendly. And it's coming at you, at the three of you. What would you like to do?
Fax draws his rapier. It looks. Actually, I can. You know what? I'm gonna actually take my insightful fighting bonus action. It's a insight check against their deception, and hopefully that will tell me if it's actually attacking or it's just not looking friendly, but just getting closer to.
Okay. Roll it up.
Okay. So that is not as great. That is going to be a 15. So so 15.
Attack.
Okay. Then with insightful fighting, Fax will just make a solid thrust towards center mass, and because I have the insightful fighting, I also get to add my sneak attack damage, even though I don't actually have, say, advantage or anything like that.
Okay, go for it.
If I hit, we'll see.
Sounds good to me.
How's a 16 do me?
Hits.
Perfect. So that's going to be a D8.
It's not perfect for the monster.
Oh, well, yeah. D8 plus 4. So 6, and then I need how many sneak attack? Whoa. There we go. 6, 10, 15. Oh. So that is going to be 14 damage.
Okay. And that was via rapier, correct?
Yes.
So piercing
Stabby
damage.
stab.
Stabby stab. You have literally no idea if that had any effect. You've got some goop on your arm, and it is goop. It is black, oily, drippy goop.
Don't like it. Don't like that.
Alendria's gonna just have a cow.
Yeah. No.
Alendria, it's your turn to have a cow. Go for
That is
it.
not cool. Goopy goop. We are not okay with goop. So, because I'm not quite, you always start low and go high. So I'm going to hit it with a Thunder Wave.
Okay.
That's a Constitution save versus at 15.
Come on, monster. Come on, monster. I hope nobody's mad if I cheer for my monsters. Total. Hold on. I made it.
It also take half damage because I am evocation kind of expert. And so it will take, potentially shock damage or what? Yeah, I think it's
Thunder damage.
thunder damage. Yep. At I think half would be 6.
Okay, so boom. The sound of a thunder peal comes bursting out of this cliff path, and everybody on the beach whips around and knows that you're all in trouble. Okay?
Goop is not okay.
It is not okay. When you cast that thunder wave, you saw this entire sheet. It's now starting to look like a big sheet of goop, all just sort of ripple as the thunder goes through it.
More thunder. Got it.
Aurora, you have just realized, okay, that the path stopped here and then became enormously wide and went all the way up the cliff. Okay?
Okay. How far away can we see our teammates?
You can't because they're actually in a dark crack over there, but you're like 2 rounds away from them, right?
Okay. I'm gonna start running in the direction that we heard the thunder.
Okay. It is about all you'll be able to do this round.
I'm gonna dash.
Yeah. Okay. Start to beat feet. Ah, they need us. They need us. Okay. Ellie, you're putting it together as well, right? And you're thinking, I mean, these dread gods, they corrupt, they defile, they despoil. They're going to go for the people. Okay? And then you can see Aurora start to book it over to the cliff. What would you like to do? Ellie.
Internally, I'm just like, this is not a good sign. So I am, let's see. So can I not, so all I can see is her running. I can't see what's going on with those 3.
No, but you just heard a thunderclap come from the cliff, right?
So I know that it's just going down.
Yeah.
So, what, I mean, I'm just gonna do the same with Aurora. I'm just gonna turn tail and follow her because I just met her, but I trust her at this point. And I'm like, okay, there's what's going down. So I'm just gonna take my action and dash and follow her.
Okay. Plus, you've been in combat before, right?
Yeah.
Your instincts are telling you, so no problem at all.
People need help.
Correct. And now it's my turn. As the sheet of darkness peels itself off, you have to imagine it's wide, it's vast, it's 20 feet wide. It has stretched now 10, almost 20 feet tall, and it crashes upon everybody in the passage like a wave of water would. Okay? So I need everybody in the passageway, the 3 players that are there, to give me a Constitution saving throw.
18.
Oh, sorry, DC 14, my bad.
Got 18.
Okay.
13.
14.
So the 13 is the only fail. So this wave of darkness crashes down upon you. It bashes you and it chills you. You are going to take, each of you, whoops, let's get the right beastie up here, folks. Okay, so first off, you're going to take 6 bludgeoning damage, and then you're going to take 18 necrotic damage, as this dark form sucks the very life out of your bodies. Those of you who had elven lights in here, your elven lights were just put out.
Is any of that halved for those of us that succeeded?
Nope. Those of you who succeeded are not blinded. Those who failed are blinded.
Okay.
Awesome.
Is this something that I can use the rogue action, the rogue reaction for having damage on?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so that's my attack. Now it crashes like a wave. The 2 that are not blind can see that it's now oozing itself up into a form. Okay, that has 2 pseudopods, and it starts to swing around like this. Lunan.
Okay. Yeah, this is not good. So, grab my staff, whisper a few words to it, and I'm going to go ahead and cast Thunderous Smite with my staff as a bonus action, and then I'm going to take a swing at this thing with it. 14.
It's a hit.
All right. So that's going to be... It's going to be 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then 6 points of thunder damage.
And then you see, so here comes the boomstick, folks.
Get the boomstick.
It lights up, boom, or maybe even like this, and the wave. And you see this thing again ripple. And when you see it ripple, you can see little flecks of it kind of fly off.
And it also needs to make a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone, if it can be knocked prone.
It laughs at your
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's my turn.
All right. Samana turns into a bird, flies from the dock to the village. She'll be there at the start of the next round. Back to you, Fax.
Not great. Fax, I think what Fax does is he'll try to put himself between the ooze and Alendria, because he can tell that it kind of hit her a lot harder than it hit us other two. Can he tell that she's kind of blinded by this?
Yep, you can.
It seems so.
We're going to be screaming, I'm blind.
I think there's ongoing that expletive, the mother who's just blinded me.
Oh, and actually, I am so sorry. I need to take that one step back, folks. I forgot you had inspiration. You can actually spend that point to have not been hit by the ooze at all. First time to use it, so I wasn't ready. Sorry. Did you want to do it for that?
I mean, that seems like a smart idea. We'll do that.
Okay, so your inspiration is burned, and I apologize, folks. She actually managed to dodge the whole thing. Okay? That's the alternate use for inspiration here today. Okay, so, Fax, you can rethink your action there, bud.
Okay. Friend who was in trouble is not in trouble anymore. Cool. It's fine. Time changing and whatever. I think what Fax wants to do then is not that this thing has a face or that it has any sort of definite front-facing part, but we'd like to try to skirt around it to get behind it, and not necessarily to flank it or anything like that, but to try to draw it up the cliff little by little. So he wants to just get around it.
Towards the town? Is that what you mean?
He wants to try to draw its attention away from the rest of the party.
Okay. Are you also trying to attack it, though? Because, we're not going to have multi-actions here. So.
Right. I mean, it's more of a reasoning for what he's doing than...
Okay.
I mean, in the simple speak, it's just him going behind it and attacking it, but in effort to draw its attention up the cliff.
Okay. So it's just a little bit like one of those windsock guys, right? It's doing this. It doesn't necessarily have a back or anything like that, but I totally get what you mean, right? It doesn't have a head. It's not watching you. You don't get a sense of its back, but regardless of the terminology, you are sort of going to flank and get behind it. So no problem. And are you spending your action in distraction, or are you spending your action to attack?
I mean, I was considering the attack like as the distraction. I wouldn't really know what else to distract it with. So yeah, it's just as the attack, and hopefully it I'll verbalize. Fax doesn't think you're very, very threatening at all, and just takes another swipe with his rapier at its back.
Okay.
And
what just happened? Okay, take your attack. Something just happened.
oh, things happen. Okay. That's going to be 18 for the attack.
It's gonna hit.
8. Oh, oops. 12. 20 in total.
Sorry, is that damage?
Yeah, that's everything with sneak attack damage. All that.
Sorry, folks. We just had a massive donation given to this party. I don't even know what to say, because I mean, I haven't even really started to hurt him yet. But this is crazy, folks. Taco King just donated $100.
What?
Nice. Thank you.
Not just to give you all inspiration, which they just did. So yes, you can have 2 inspiration points. One of you that does. Wow, this is a ton of food for kids.
That's amazing.
This is
Absolutely.
amazing. Taco King, thank you so much for that contribution. That is astounding, and I will. I think they will certainly make it through this encounter now. If they use
It
those
instantly
five-
dies. No.
We shall use your inspiration wisely.
I mean, 1,000 meals for kids has to make you feel pretty good, Taco King. So if you ever play with me, you automatically start with inspiration. Okay. All right.
So we were just inspired by tacos. I love it.
Really, a brilliant thing.
And now I just kind of want tacos too. It's great.
Exactly.
It's early in the morning. It's morning for most of us. It's breakfast tacos.
Shawarma? Anybody up for shawarma? So
Maybe if we survive.
references, we must drop in our trophy references. Okay, so Fax starts to scream, follow me, and you all just get this massive rush of energy plowing through you. It must be because the sun just broke. Just the first rays of dawn are starting to hit now. And you, again, just feel that love from Solaria, that love from Danoa, the love from some strangers who happen to be watching what you're doing. And what are we going to do next? Alendria.
I'm going to take a few steps back because I'm going to try to get a little out of range. Goopy, gross. And then I'm going to cast the Melv's Minute Meteors. And then I'm going to, with a bonus action, send 2 of them hurtling toward the goop creature thing. So it needs to make a dex save against 15.
Oh boy, I don't think I can make that one.
I like the sound of that.
4. I fail.
Yeah, by a little bit. So that would be 16 fire damage.
Okay, you can see where these meteors hit. There's a splash of goop and a sizzle, and you're sure that that's not coming back. That part of it.
Fire.
Hey.
Very good.
Down comes these meteors. Boom. Aurora, you can roll me a d6. This is nothing but a luck roll. Okay, and again, you want a 5 or a 6. If you can get me a 5 or 6 on a d6, you will arrive in time to take an action.
That's a 3.
Okay, so you're going to arrive. You can set up your next action for the next round, but that's all you'll be able to do. I'm sorry. I have to roll. Oops. Yep, no, I have to roll a similar one for Samara. Actually, she gets there. My apologies. She does get to attack this round. So you see Samara as an eagle basically transform back into a human about 10 feet above this ooze. And as she does, she takes that knife from her hip. And now you see it's not a knife. It is a giant walrus tusk. And she slams it into the ooze. And she does some damage, which I'm rolling now.
So is she just wielding a walrus tusk, or is she actually a walrus right now?
She is wielding a walrus.
Okay.
I can imagine a walrus wielding another walrus tusk. Extra walrusy.
Okay. All right. And that brings us to Ellie. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I need to roll luck?
Oh, yes, if you could, please. Sorry, Ellie. Forgot there's 3 of you racing up there. A 5, so you're going to make it in time. You can make 1 action.
Okay, so I am gonna look at this shadow dude that's doing things, and I noticed whereas I was running, I could see the meteor shower, and I'm like, this boy does not like fire. So I am going to cast a warm up sacred flame at this dude.
I'm not going to like this, am I?
You have to do a dex saving throw or you get 1d8 radiant.
I don't like those deck saving. Another 4. I see the way these dice are rolling today.
I don't like it.
Apparently, the DM needs inspiration.
No, he don't.
Cronus, if you're out there, if you're watching, it's time for DM inspiration.
I do have one question real quick about it.
Mm-hmm.
So it says that once you reach 5th level, it's 2d8. Is it still when you cast it as a cantrip, or is it if you cast it? Okay.
Nope, as a cantrip.
So that's 2d8 radiant.
Are you're gonna roll that up, or you want to take your average damage for it?
I rolled it, so it's 2d8, a 6 and a 2.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, so you come run up, and you can. This goop is just flailing around now. Okay. On to where to go? Lunan.
Oh, my turn?
I believe so.
Okay. I thought the thing was going to go before me.
Oh, sorry. That would be the part where it says me. Yeah. Me attack.
Okay.
Right. Thank you for that. I appreciate you allowing me to do that. Boy, I sure wish I
I know. I'm such an idiot.
Yeah, your integrity is a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. So I have 3 party members that are close enough. There's a lower chance that they'll attack Fax, but one attack on Fax. Okay, and the second attack is on Lunan. So Fax, you're calling it, and it shoots out. This just tendril of goop just shoots right at your face like this. And it's gonna roll 13.
Nope, my AC is 16.
Hate you. And Lunan, we're gonna do the same thing, but you're close, so it's more like a slamming goop pod like this, and it gets a 12.
AC 14.
Okay, very good. All right, now it's your turn there, Lunan.
Okay. Yeah, so you said the sun is just coming up, right?
Absolutely. First rays are just cresting.
The moon is still out, though?
That's a luck roll, but that's just a d6.
Okay, well...
And you get to roll it twice because there's 2 moons.
So... Okay, we'll see what that is first. I don't think I actually need the moon to be out for this, but... it's a 5 and a 6.
So both moons are out.
Okay.
Alunus and Betra. And Betra is a moon that does not change shape, it changes color. It is colored silver tonight.
So I'm going to take my staff, kind of twirl it around a bit, lift it up, and just, as I bring it down, a beam of moonbeam comes down right on top of this thing.
Yep.
And so it needs to make a Constitution saving throw of 15.
All right. This one. Come on, Goop! 15. Misses it.
So that is going to be 16 points of radiant damage. And is now engulfed in this silvery light, just beaming down on it.
Yes, so beautiful effect of a silvery moonbeam hitting this black rippling oil just as the sun comes up. You've got gods all around you watching this battle, as it were. So we'll flip all the way back up to facts.
Well, so real quick, for clarification from you, as seeing that was my first time with you as a DM, am I allowed to cast a cantrip as a bonus action?
Yeah, I think you get one of those, don't you, normally?
Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna.
Are there evil DMs that don't allow that?
So no, some people casting 2 spells in one turn. As long as one of them is a cantrip, it should be fine. But I've seen some DMs who don't like that. I reach into the pocket and pull out 3 of the stones. Just kind of twirl them around and cast magic stone on them.
Yeah, good enough.
Okay. And then that's my turn.
Facts.
Trying to just make sure that at least it looked like this in the last 6 seconds when it attacked, that Fax drew at least half of its attention. So that seems to be working.
That's right.
Oh, look at you, all shining and glistening. Oh, you look so beautiful. And just slicing and dicing again.
Okay, slice and dice.
And yeah. That one is going to be a 14.
That's a hit.
Okay. Uh, 8, 16, 17.
Okay. It is impossible to understand when you're damaging an ooze. However, this thing is starting to stiffen up, and it's every now and then you see a bit of it come out and just flail around like that, as if it's not doing so hot. Elendria.
All right, let's learn a little bit about our opponent here. Let's be systematic. So to hit a 19 to hit.
Absolutely.
All right, and then so what will happen? And then a dex save on your part against 15.
Oh.
For double whammy. Actually, 2 dex saves.
2 dex saves. Dex save number 1 is a horrible, massive failure. Dex save number 2 is a natural 20.
Okay, so the first thing will be basically a shard of ice will form and just zip toward it. So it'll take initially 10 damage, just piercing damage, if it can be pierced.
Ice knife, right?
Yep. And then, because it didn't fail its dex save, when that shard explodes after embedding itself in it, it then takes 10 points of cold damage.
Super cool.
Yeah. And then I assume that, does the natural 20 obviate, or is there still half damage on the other 2 little meteors zipping at it?
I'm sorry? I'm not sure I understand that question.
So for the natural 20 on the second dex save, will he still take half damage, or just 20 is mean he's totally good?
I don't know. What does the spell say, or does it?
It says on a successful save it's still half damage, so.
Oh yeah, I'll take the half, no problem.
Okay. Some people are like, on natural 20s, all the rules are different. All right, and then another 16 points of fire damage from 2 more meteors zipping off and going after it.
Ouch.
Fire and ice. We'll see which one it likes better or worse.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. You're not very nice to this evil entity, are you, folks? Okay.
Isn't that what they woke us up for?
It's gross. It's gross. It's gross. It's pretty, but it's still gross.
I got some on my arm. You want to touch?
He's trying.
It's a healer.
Lick it.
So
okay.
Madam Walrus Tooth whiffs with a 3.
Tastes like snozzberries.
Ellie.
Oh, okay. It's my turn.
Oh, what did I say?
Said my
Aurora. Aurora.
Okay, so am I
And
finally?
follow a 7 member of combat Pam. Sorry.
Is it in range now? Like, can I see it?
Absolutely. You're right there. Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on it. And then I have 2 attacks, and we're just gonna do pew pews with my bow. So let's see. It says a not natural 20 and a 28 hit.
28 bounces off a cliff and then hits. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so
Do you ever picture that though, folks? You know, a 20 but a 28. You know,
Yeah.
Whatever.
so and 1 second. Sorry, it's a lot of math. Math is hard.
Just to picture that high 28 being like the Blinken from Robin Hood Men in Tights and making his shot with the
Yeah.
little hand crossbow.
So that
Okay,
is
thankfully.
24 damage total.
So you come running up the beach, out of breath. Mark, this thing lets out a scream. A scream. It has no mouth. How does it do this? The scream echoes, and it shatters. All the little shards of it fade in the sunlight.
Huh.
Well, I think we found it.
Sorry,
enough.
I told you guys to go into impending danger. My bad.
Nobody's perfect.
You did great.
It was fine. See, we are all still alive, and well, more
Yeah,
or less okay.
Look
Thanks.
at what's with this though.
How did it scream? Anybody else bothered by that? That's a bit weird.
It
It had no mouth, but it must scream.
was almost human-like. It was almost a human-like scream.
Cool. Love that. Probably not a good sign. Do you know anything about this? Beyond that, it's just making human noises?
You're asking Samara?
Yeah.
Or Samana, sorry. Now I want to make her the evil thing in the ring. She says, no, child, of course not. But we must go to Anglerton now.
Okay, let's go.
Are you two okay? It gooped you. Sorry. You got-
Tax will be okay. At some point. We must check on the village.
Yeah.
And
Okay. So I'm just gonna speed this up just a little bit, okay, folks? Just we're gonna take a break right after this, and I just want to make sure you're set for the rest of the adventure. Okay. You come up into the town, and there is not a sound, there is not a light, there is nothing coming from that town. And again, it is nothing more than a baker's dozen of houses, all just sort of crammed together, right? Looking out over the water. But when you get there, there's not a soul there. There's not an animal. There's not a human. There's nothing. Except all the plant life is dead.
I'm not the druid here, but that looks bad.
It's bad. No, it most definitely is. Is there damage to the buildings?
There is minor damage.
Okay.
I don't know if it could have been the wind. I mean,
Right. Yeah. No. Just with it killing the vegetation, I was just wondering if it did anything like the wood of the buildings or anything like that.
yeah.
Were we too late?
It would appear so.
Maybe they ran.
Do we?
Let us
I want to look at the ground. Is there any footprints running off?
You got looking at ground skills, right?
I mean, I'm a druid.
Can I assist with that?
Yeah. Give me perception.
feels the unevenness of the ground.
Yeah.
perception tracking are appropriate, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm good at with perception, so. Well, not today, apparently.
Okay.
That would be a 9. Oh, but you know what? Let me use my inspiration.
Aha. Okay.
So
if you're going to use that for this, then I'm going to give you a lot of information.
okay. Yeah, so that's going to be a 19 now.
Not quite. I'm just going to have you cash an inspiration. No need to re-roll.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm saying is, okay, remember how I said it was easy to track, right? So Aurora, right? You're going to eventually figure out the end of what I'm about to say. Okay, so you'll figure out what I'm about to tell him on your own without. Let me try that again. You're going to get the last piece of data because you're doing the real tracking. So, Lunan, what you realize is that the town has been swept. It has been swept utterly clean. You are making footprints where there was no footprints before, right? And it doesn't really make a lot of sense, okay? But there are no tracks of humans or animals anywhere in the town. And then what our ranger discovers is the path leading out. So now there is essentially a burn trail that's leaving the town. That is like what was on the beach. It's killing all the vegetation. But now that you're up on the cliff, you are in an area with grasses and plants and flowers. And she can easily say, oh my gosh, it's heading along the coastline.
This isn't its last stop. We gotta go before it hits something else.
Agreed.
And not only that, you estimate that it is massive. And that what you just fought was probably a piece of it.
This is bad.
This is going to be very bad.
Okay?
We can do it.
Yeah.
Well, so at that point, okay, Samana is going to say, this is worse than I could ever have feared. I must go awake more sleepers. Children, you must stick together. There are 5 of you. You must not ever part from this moment on. And I will try to meet you. If this is really going along the coast like this, there are other towns along this coast. There are other places it may be heading, and I do not know what it has done with the people, but they are not here. So, you have several small fishing villages on the way to Cape View. But Cape View is the largest town in this area. It has a trading post. It has a tavern and an inn. It has 1,000 people living there. If it gets to Cape View, I fear for its citizens.
Well, you go awaken more wardens. We'll see what we can do about this now.
Are you sure, children? Are you certain?
Yes.
Vanguard.
This is your calling.
This is what we're here for. I mean, we got to be here for a reason.
I see you took a break. I see that Koseric chose well. Thank you so much. And she goes off and turns into a seal and jumps into the ocean and swims away. Okay? So, we're going to take the break right here, folks. So if you need a drink or a bio or any of that, please. To all of those of you watching, that's the first half of Beware the Black Tide. This is the adventure that we're running here for the Gaming Tavern to feed hungry kids. As you're aware, coronavirus impacts people in a lot of different ways. We are trying to help those who are impacted that can't get enough to eat. Every dollar you donate buys 10 meals for hungry kids. And we have bought a lot of meals so far, but we have a lot more to go. So please, if you can, please contribute to the best of your ability. We did get another point of inspiration that I will assign after the break, folks. So thanks very much. If you're waiting for me to assign that, it'll come right after this break. Again, thanks so much for everybody for where we've gotten so far. We'll talk to you very soon. Did we have any announcements we needed to do here, folks?
Mm-hmm. So, as he mentioned, we are feeding hungry kids. The Games Tavern, along with our friends, 6 other streaming channels, have set up a huge charity for Super Stream going on all week into this weekend for No Kid Hungry. As he mentioned, each dollar raised provides up to 10 nutritious meals for hungry kids. Shard Tabletop has created a donation super bundle for everyone who donates $100 or more. In that, you get a subscription to Shard Tabletop, and we're pretty big fans of them here, and a whole lot of bonus content, maps, and more from Cobalt Press, CZRPG, the Goblin Explorer, Dragonsworn Studios, Table Tale Games, and CZ Piku. Probably worth more than that $100 very easily. Get a whole lot of good feeling from being able to help these kids out, but you know that you're also going to be getting a lot of that as well. That's not all. There are so many donation incentives from Shard Tabletop, D&D Beyond, Cola Press, Die Hard Dice, Overhead Games, Miniature Market, and Incarnate. So we appreciate anything that you can donate to help feed those hungry kids.
And as a reminder, we do have that giveaway going on. So type in ! And followed by the word epic in the Twitch chat to enter to win an epic character generator to create realistic avatars of the characters from Overhead Games. This raffle will be drawn at the end of the stream, so please be here for that. And we will be right back in a few short minutes.
Oh, this is cold. I asked for my blood to be hot, boiling hot. Bring it back. Go fix this, please. It's so hard to get good help these days. Oh, hello there. It's me, Scalathrax, fiend about town and, well, dungeon owner. And when I'm not creating a horde of new problems for adventurers trying to rob my dungeon, I'm looking for a horde of new 5th edition monsters. So let me tell you about Tome of Beasts from Cobalt Press. Whether you need dungeon vermin or world-shaking personifications of evil, the Tome of Beasts has it. There are more than 400 new foes for your 5th edition game, everything from tiny drakes and peculiar spiders to demon lords and ancient dragons. Tome of Beasts includes monsters from the entire history of Cobalt Press, with longtime favorites such as clockwork creatures, drakes and dragons, devils and archdevils, check them out, some of my brothers and sisters in there, dangerous flavors of the Fae, undead, and so much more. Use them in your favorite published setting, or populate dungeons in a world of your own creation. Pick up Tome of Beasts from Cobalt Press and give your players an encounter they won't soon forget. Where's my blood?
Hey, thanks for watching the show. It looks like you're having a great time. Let me tell you really quick about That Benny's Paint Show. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Every show, the host and their guests will be painting miniatures live on stream. They'll walk you through all the different techniques and products they use to paint miniatures to a high standard in a quick and easy fashion. They'll show you all the different things live, and on top of that, the audience gets to ask questions, and we're going to answer them live on stream. If you've always wanted to learn how to paint miniatures, this is a great way to do so. And on top of that, you can paint while you're painting with us too, and chat with us and tell us about your projects, and share your pictures of your miniatures as well. We love it when people share their miniatures with us. So remember, That Mini's Paint Show, every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific, only on the Games Tavern Network.
Well, hello there. I'm Nartimus, Archmage of the High Order. And when I'm not busy foiling Scalathrax's plans to destroy the entire world, I'm sending adventuring parties out to scour for new tomes and knowledge of magic. That's why I want to tell you about this. Deep Magic, a tome from Cobalt Press. Their kobold minions have traveled the plains seeking the secrets of magic. They've unearthed ancient tomes of forgotten civilizations, bargained dangerously with demons and creatures of the void, and have even scaled the towers of Shadow Fae mages to unlock their secrets. Deep magic includes such wonderful topics such as dragon magic, elven high magic. Ooh, I gotta get me some of that. Shadow magic, battle magic, and angelic wards. Additionally, it includes such rare knowledge on ley lines, void magic, illumination magic, rune magic, and clockwork magic, as well as topics on time magic, hieroglyph magic, mythos magic, elemental magic, winter magic, and my personal favorite, alchemancy. Now, they pass along their hard-won knowledge to you in Deep Magic, an arcane series for 5th edition. Here you'll find new schools of magic, arcane traditions, new and variant spells, magical feats, spell-slinging NPCs, and so much more. This book is 356 pages of pure magic. This will keep your campaign fresh and your adventurers guessing for years to come. You can buy it now at koboldpress.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to Beware the Black Tide. We are doing this adventure, of course, here for the Gaming Tavern to help feed needy kids. Let's check on that. Where are we at now in the charity? Looks like it's getting updated live. Hang on, folks. We have now raised $3,357. We are well on our way to Reed, the host of all of this, shaving his head. And we really want to see that. And we hope that's going to be a whole event, Reed, when we cause that to happen. So for anybody out there still anticipating contributing, we're going to go here for another hour and about 15 minutes. So you'll have some chances. Our group is currently fairly loaded right now with inspiration, but we're going to drain that out of them like blood through a syringe. So here we go. Does anybody have anything else they want to add?
Good to go.
Very good. When we left, we had just discovered that the town of Anglerton was lifeless. There wasn't a single humanoid or animal in the town, and all the plant life was dead. We found a burn path leading along the coastline, and our host, Samana, left, turning into a seal and going to wake more people like you because she feels the dire threat in this area is just that great. So now with no guide, you're expected to hunt down whatever this thing is and destroy it, just like you did the piece of it that you found on the path up to town. What will you do?
Look at the ranger. Can you? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna start tracking as well as I can, but you said it would be pretty easy because it's just destroying everything in its path, right?
Yep, it's pretty much a 20-foot wide path, and the only time you're going to need to use your actual skills is when it goes over rocks and things like that, where it doesn't leave an obvious trail. When it does go over rocks, you see it doesn't leave a slime trail or anything. It is literally whatever it's doing. Well, some of your folks actually felt what it's doing. It's draining life right out of people, right? Right out of living things. So pretty easy for you to follow right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna be leading the trail through the land.
Okay. So now you can sort of see this cinematic Lord of the Rings moment. 5 people going along the cliff, cresting a hill one by one by one, right? As our hero music plays. And after just a few minutes, the path splits. The path splits, with the path going along the coast remaining this sort of burn path, as if you were trailing an ooze. But something happens at the fork where the creature does something, and half of it goes off in another direction towards a wooded area in the distance. That
Did the length?
Pardon me?
Did the length of the path shorten with the main path?
It became some other creature's path entirely. You think you are now tracking, if you were to go towards the forest, you would be tracking a multi-legged creature. if you were to go along the cliff, you're going to be tracking an ooze.
So, I think it's split, but I'm not sure I understand. If we go on the path that we've been going on, it's an ooze. It's probably what we just fought, or similar. But as you can see, that other path, it's a little different. Almost like some sort of animal. There's 4 prints instead of the one large
If this
one.
ooze corrupts, it may have found something and corrupted it. Can you tell what kind of tracks they are?
Can I roll for that?
Yep, absolutely.
That's a 4.
Never seen a creature like it before, especially because sometimes the legs are clustered together and sometimes they're far apart.
No, I can't say I've seen anything like this before, and I've hunted for years.
Certainly like no natural creature that Denoa ever produced.
So if we don't stop the ooze, it's going to keep corrupting.
Same
With
time,
my train of thought.
it's easier to follow that ooze. A smaller thing that's walking off by itself might mean, so if whoever comes after us might be able to find that trail easier than they'd be able to find this one.
Right, plus the one trail is going towards the other villages, whereas that's going off to the woods. There's people in those villages. We don't know what's out in these woods.
And it looks like it's only grown. I feel like if we go for the ooze now and try to leave some trails back here, then we can come back and get that. I think it's only going to get worse if it gets to another town.
Yeah, we need to go after that ooze, I think.
Okay. Is that the decision, team?
Yes.
Follow the ooze trail? Okay. So you follow the ooze trail, and you follow it for hours. It's hard to say how far ahead of you this thing is. At least a day's journey, but it's an ooze. You're thinking, how fast could it possibly be traveling? And there's no way for the ranger to figure out how old this trail is because it's just dead stuff. Okay? So the hours begin to stretch. The sun comes up. A bank of clouds comes and covers it, creating a sort of a dim sunlight that day. Marala is off to your right. The waves crash as they normally do. And if you weren't following this trail, you would think it was a normal day. For the first time, fatigue is starting to set in. Not great fatigue, but you're actually starting to feel like, oh, my energy that I got from my long sleep is now gone. I will have to rest eventually, meditate, whatever. And it's about mid-afternoon when you start to hear the distant calls of some baying hounds. You are troubled that you've never heard hounds that bay quite like these.
Have you ever heard of that type of sound? You're a druid, so you've dealt with other animals. I can't say I have.
I've never heard that one. I don't, or have I? No. Yeah. No, that doesn't sound right. Is it coming from the direction we're going? So we got to catch this ooze. Whatever it's doing, this isn't right. We may have to deal with whatever's making that noise.
Can I tell how far off in the distance these sounds are?
Couple miles at best.
We are going to need to rest soon, though.
Not soon. You're just...
Oh, okay.
I feel like I'm actually exercising now, where before you were walking sunshine.
Okay.
Like, there's no question.
Well, if we are to catch up with the ooze, whenever that may be, we will also need to deal with whatever it has corrupted at that time as well. If whatever it is that we hear is remnants thereof, we should deal with that too. But I believe it's best for us to be prepared. And Vex will turn to Ellie. These wounds that both Luna and I sustained, is there anything that you can do to help us so that we may be best prepared for whatever it is we face in that distance?
No. Just kidding.
Okay, never mind then.
No, I'm joking. Let's see. I can heal you guys right now. Do you guys know how much damage you guys each have?
From a personal feeling, let's say if one were so inclined to put health on a scale, a numerous scale, out of a 33, I'm feeling like a 22.
So not
I was
great.
feeling after my second Moderna shot.
Yeah, no.
I also have some healing skills if you would like me to work on one.
So I do too.
Cool. I just
Got a clinic running.
Cool. Let's see. How about a nice cure wounds? How about?
I won't say no.
You won't say no. Now,
How generous.
As I am worried that there may be a upcoming battle or so, does anybody else want to jump in and maybe help heal?
So I think I can take care of myself a little bit.
Okay, then I will cast Cure Wounds on Fax. So that is 1d8. Let me get out my magic dice. That's a 3.
Magical.
I feel 3-ish better.
Ah, excellent.
So,
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Good.
do the same thing on myself. That's gonna be 9.
Should have went with him.
Hey,
I am not in charge of what his magic does.
it's true.
Take it
it's
up
true.
to HR.
Magical higher-ups will hear plenty about this, I'm sure.
What is HR?
Precious.
Higher recess.
the
Anyway, so
herring
let's
of
continue
red.
forward.
Like a good recess.
Yeah. If we're not, if that when we're done healing, yeah, we want to head
are-
in that direction.
Okay.
Let me cast that spell.
Thank you for your assistance. I've seen healers work wonders, and I unfortunately have not been able to pick up any such skills. It is an invaluable trait.
We're really
You're welcome.
experienced much of the wonders.
Should we go? I think those are giving. I can't tell, but they
Yeah,
sound like
no.
they're closer. In my imagination, those are closer. So we should probably go do
So
that.
I imagine we're kind of having this conversation as we're kind of walking,
Oh yeah.
following the trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't see any reason to stop, right?
Yep. No, we just once we decide where we're going, we keep going, and
Mhm.
yeah.
Aurora, they're no
Yeah.
longer in front of you. They're now to the west of you, or to I'll say to the left. It's just easier. So if the ocean is there, they are now over there. It is possible they're trying to get behind you.
They could be looping around to get behind us. We might want to watch our backs.
Ooh, a pigeon move? Excellent.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out.
I'll keep heading forward and tracking it, but those in the back, just be wary.
Okay. Who's in the back?
Fax. Fax will take the back.
Yeah, I'm staying kind of towards the center.
Okay. Fax, give me a perception check, please. Visual.
Of course. 16.
Okay, so you see after a little while, you can start to see some shapes in the distance behind you. Okay, they've stopped howling, but you can tell they're coming.
Friends, I believe their attack is imminent. Prepare yourselves.
Great.
Oh boy.
So you are on a rocky cliff path. What would you like to do? Just try to imagine, right? There's a cliff there, goes down to the ocean. You're not going anywhere there. Not giant boulders to hide behind or anything like that. You're kind of in the open. There's a bit of scrub brush.
How wide is the path?
The path of the creature?
No, the path that we're on, because you said we're on a cliff. Or is it just open?
You would be on like a little tiny people path, right?
Yeah.
Just for the few people that would travel between villages up here and not use a boat. So it's not much of anything.
So it's about like 5-10 feet wide?
But the burn path is like almost 20 feet wide.
Okay.
How far away do they look?
Well, he's seeing them outside the range of his vision. 600 feet, maybe?
Okay.
Is there any high ground? I mean, higher ground relative?
You can roll a d6 for that.
We have the high ground, but let's take the higher ground.
Yep. There's an advantageous hillock right over there for you.
I would like to use an inspiration for a tree.
You can absolutely do a tree.
Almost as if you were taking tree inspiration.
Around and it's branches. No. So yeah, you've got. This is exactly how you can use inspiration, folks. Okay. So we've got a hillock. We've got a tree. Anybody else want to do anything for the setup?
I would like to climb the tree.
Oh, you're all in so much trouble now. You would like to climb the tree. Anybody else before I tell you why you were now in so much trouble?
Oh, great.
Well, you said there was a boulder. I think Fax is going to hide behind the boulder, just like in preparation for the creatures coming, not necessarily for anything else.
No boulder. I said no.
Oh, okay.
Point of inspiration? Point of inspiration for a boulder?
Oh, yeah. Point of inspiration. Boulder!
Awesome.
Give me a boulder!
Okay. Anybody else?
Stand on the high ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, can you say that one again? Because
I'm going to go stand on the high ground.
So you're going to go get a position on high ground. We're going to say the tree is really close to the high ground, right? We're going to say the boulder is also somewhat close. Okay? But this is what we're using inspiration for, folks, and they've got to burn this stuff. They're going to have to survive. So thank you very much for this. We did get more contributions. So we got one just before the break from Main Coil, thank you so much. Everybody can have another point of inspiration.
Thanks, Dad.
However, Mags just donated $250.
Oh, wow.
And that's
amazing.
Mine. And I'm taking it.
Oh, no.
So when I say you're all in trouble, I mean it. Okay? So some of you now have 2 inspiration. I think one of you might have 3 inspiration points at this time. Okay? Which is awesome. That's the game. I love thinking about this like the old Greek myths where you could just be walking around and there's a magic shield there for you to pick up because Athena decided you were hers. That's what all this inspiration is really about, right? That's these kind of gifts like this. So you prepare for this battle, right? Is everybody where they want to be right now? I think I have 2 people in the open, 1 person behind a rock, 1 person behind a tree.
I'm going by the boulder. I'm not going to climb on top of it, but I'm going to be kind of tucked between it and the tree.
Still feel like you have 1 person in the open.
It's me, and I'm going to go stand by that tree behind it and just be like, I'm underneath you, Aurora, just a heads up. It'll all be good. But, you need help. I'm right here.
I'm rolling a d6 in the same way I've had you roll one for luck at times. This is just a simple, instead of me making a decision, did they sneak up? Did they get close? We're just going to let this dice here decide. Bad for them. You see them coming the whole way. They're coming up the trail. They're sniffing the ground where you walked. They don't know where you are right now. And what you see is a pack of dogs. 6 of them. Jet black, but there is something clearly wrong with them. Their heads are massive heads, and their jaws are dropping down and closing, but they're not even opening and closing their mouths properly. It's kind of like they skew every now and then, like this. Coming off of their back, they have 4 tendril-like appendages that are just flapping. It's as if somebody took a dog and shoved it through darkness and injected it with evil and then set it upon your trail. And here they come. Initiative.
Come on. Better than a natural one this time.
That's because you gave me the natural one.
Oh no. I love these glasses, but I can't see a thing without them.
Those are great.
Okay, 12 for facts.
Huh?
7.
Okay.
12. Yeah.
12 for facts. 7 for Ellie.
I also got a 7.
7 for Lunan.
I
Aurora?
got a 5, but it was a natural 1.
No problem. No problem.
At
And
least they
I
don't
got-
see us.
4.
Alendria, big 4.
Oh, thanks.
We're all very
We
surprised.
wasted our good rolls.
You essentially have a free round of attack. Okay. You have a surprise round on them. Not all of you are within range for a melee strike. Well, actually, none of you are in range for a melee strike without moving towards them. So keep that in mind. And we are going to start with. Oops, sorry, I have to roll mine. Forget to do that sometimes. Big. I rolled a 2. I am
Congrats.
spending a point of inspiration. So I'm basically taking 1 point from Mags's donation. I'm taking a point for each of you. So I have 5 points against your collectives. Okay. I'm re-rolling that to a total of 15. So actually that puts me up front, doesn't it? Okay. But it's your free attack round. Anyway, so facts, surprise round, bud. What would you like to do?
So, Fax has a couple daggers that he has tied to the opposite end, to his other hip, from where his rapier is. So he'll take out one of those, and then from behind the rock, just throw it as hard as he can at the lead dog.
Lead creature.
Dog, quote unquote.
Yeah, roll it up, sir.
Okay. Gotta find my bonus on this one. 14.
Hits.
Okay.
Good old D&D. Things hit now. It's amazing.
The dog is evil. Is it still a good boy?
Only the bestest of boys.
Somebody's good boy.
As
So
long as one
that
of them's
is-
not named Biscuit, we're okay.
6. So including sneak attack damage, that is 17 damage.
Hey, you throw this dagger and you are so happy to hear it thud right into this creature, and this creature give out a howl. Oh, of pain. You see one of these tendrils come down and grab this dagger and rip it out. Okay. Pretty freaking cool. Ellie, sorry, Lunan, what is your dex mod? And Ellie, what is your dex mod?
+2.
I'm 0.
Okay, Lunan,
Okay, are they all grouped together in a like a roughly a 20-foot cube.
Give me D6.
3.
Half of them are in the cube. The rest are kind of following side trails, trying to figure out where you are.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
You can get 3 of them.
Okay.
Easy.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and do that. I'm gonna point my staff out at them, and I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire. So they have to make a Dexterity saving throw of 15.
They get a big +1 on this roll. Big +1. Come on. 19. Actually, 21. No effect. No effect if they succeed.
Yep, no effect.
Well, good try, man. Good try. Had to be done. Would you like to spend a point of inspiration to
Actually,
re-roll?
You know what? Yes, I'm going to use my inspiration on that.
And the re-roll. Oh, that didn't work. I was about to tell you 0, but it's because I accidentally cleared the dice. I have a 14 total.
You needed a 15.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No.
Using online dice sucks. Okay, so 3 get lit up by fairy fire. You've lost a point of inspiration.
Yep. I wouldn't say I lost it. I utilized it to the best of my advantage.
Couldn't agree more. All right, Ellie.
Okay. I am going to cast. Okay, so for the first 5 that I see, I am going to cast Bane at 3rd level. At 3rd level, I can up to 5 creatures of my choice that I can see within range must make a charisma saving throw. And if it fails, they have to wait. So if they fail, then they make an attack roll or a saving roll before the spell ends. The target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll. It's a concentration for up to a minute.
Okay. What's the name of the spell? Sorry?
Bane.
Bane, right. So you begin to cast essentially the magics that are cast by evil folk, right? I'm not saying you're evil. I'm saying that that's commonly used, right? But you're going to use their own weapon against them. And you start to cast Bane. These things have like no charisma whatsoever. They get a penalty on this save. 11. 11.
Sorry, let me double check.
Oh, I'm sure that's a fail.
14. So yes. So
all have Bane.
Yeah, just for a clarification sake, each round of combat, how many seconds is that?
6 seconds.
6 seconds? Okay, so this is a concentration for up to 1 minute.
Yeah, you got 10 rounds out of this. If you, as long as you don't cast another concentration spell, you get this automatic.
Okay, so then they when they make an attack roll or a saving roll before the spell ends, they must roll a d4 and subtract that number from the attack roll or the saving roll.
Super good spell.
Yeah, Bane is awesome.
You bet. What did prepping in at 3rd level? What bonus?
It allowed me to. So each level, you can add another creature. So
beautiful,
yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, so there's no reaction from them. They have literally no idea what you've just done to them, right? Aurora.
So I am going to cast Hunter's Mark on the one that's already been damaged.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do 2 shots at him.
Okay.
Is he one of the ones engulfed in fairy fire?
Yeah, because it was a lead dog, right? Yep.
So then you get advantage on your attack.
Oh, well, I already got a 27 and an 18.
Well, that's already enough to hit twice.
Okay.
But you could crit.
Oh, yes, that's true.
So you do want to still roll advantage because you may crit.
Yeah.
I didn't crit.
Okay.
Ah, darn.
It was worth a try.
Totally fair. Yeah.
So let's see. 13. 30 damage.
That is enough to turf the lead dog.
Also, I have a question.
It gives out a horrible howl and just slumps to the ground.
Are there any within 5 feet of him?
Sure. There's one.
Okay, then I get another shot at one of them due to Horde Breaker.
All good.
Nice.
19.
Hits. You can have advantage on that too.
And that'll be 12 damage.
Okay, so we've got one dead, we've got one with 12 damage, we've got 2 with Fairy Fire, and all of them have Bane. Right? Alendria.
So, gonna do a 3rd level Thunder Wave. Third level Shatter. So also be thunder damage, but it can target a group. So if there's that same group of 3 that were together, close enough, or some number of them left.
One's cacked, but yeah.
I won't hit that one then. Then it will kind of target the group. So it's a Constitution saving throw with their lovely -1d4, because yay.
Okay, just one sec. For those that are watching, what we're doing, because we're playing Theater of the Mind with no grid, a lot of this stuff is obviously handled by grid. Since we don't have that, I'm just using a d6 for fortune. So you want to roll a d6 for me to see, are we grouping 2, 3, or 4 of them together in this? You rolled a 5, so you're going to get 3 of them all together. Okay, with that, you cast that, go for it.
So it's that Constitution? Yep.
Constitution for me. 4 plus. Hang on, what is this thing going to do to me? How bad is this for me? How bad is this for me?
Oh, how bad is it for you? It is going to be 17 damage.
I can take it. Okay, I'll fail to save and take the 17.
Or all 4 of them, or all 3 of them. Hooray!
Yeah. 17, and one was previously wounded. It's starting, its 4 tendrils are starting to do this, which is what you saw the ooze starting to do when it was in a lot of pain, right? Okay, that was nothing but the free round, folks. Unfortunately, they did win initiative, so they're going to attack here now. Okay, I've got 4 puppies, and I've got to make a roll for them to intelligently attack you or not. Okay, so they're not going to use their pack tactics. They're being a little dumb. They've lost their leader, perhaps, and so they just basically start jumping at you, racing out towards you all. I have, I said 4. I apologize. I actually have 5. So to make this simple, each of you is going to get an attack. Each of you has a dog coming at you. You're all in a unique situation that we'll explain, or that we'll work through. So I'm just going to start with the top of the order. Fax. Dog comes running right at you. You are behind a boulder, but you popped. Wait, did you pop out? Yes, you did. To throw
just to reach around to toss it. Yeah.
Yeah. So a dog comes running at you. It's using its move action to close. Any reactions to the move action?
Not to the move. No.
Okay. Hits you or gets to you and makes an attack. This bad boy is going to roll. Oh, that is a 20.
Yeah, I think that hits.
Okay. This mouth grows to the mouth almost like an alligator. It's insane, right? This is stretching. It's as if the dog is made partially of shadow, right? So it gnashes, it even misses its own lower jaw, and then boom, it comes and it seizes upon you. You are taking 7 piercing and 7 acid damage as you see that out of its jowls, it's dripping some sort of acidic content. Okay? Boom. Okay. Lunan.
I will use my reaction on that for Uncanny Dodge to have it.
Okay, very good. Lunan, I miss you utterly with a 3. I apologize. Was a reaction in the move phase? I apologize. Nah. Runs up, bites the air around you. Not horribly happy about it. Ellie, any reaction to the dog running up to you?
I mean, I can't make any.
Yeah, I'm just asking if you have reactions. I'm not aware of all the characters.
I am just like, oh shit. But yeah, I don't really. It's like.
Are you using your reaction to say oh shit?
No. Well, I don't think I can do anything in reaction to it, so.
Yeah, and I don't mean to imply that you can. I'm just making sure everybody has that.
No, I can't. So, oh shit is definitely what I'm gonna say.
Okay, I just hit you with a 21. So definitely you're gonna say that. So same damage to you, 7 and 7. 7 piercing, 7 acid.
Well,
not cool.
Not cool, but you know what I mean.
Aurora.
Be cool.
Can they climb trees?
Can they climb trees? You have no idea.
No, nothing for me.
These are not. We hope those little tendrils don't help them climb trees. Does a 14 hit?
No.
Then it misses. And Elendria.
I think I'm with Ellie and just like, this is a bad dog.
Bad.
It leaps at you. Its mouth closes like a foot away from your face. It misses horribly.
That was it. You just have to tell it it's a bad dog.
Thanks for the advice.
Now we know next time.
Popping up to you, Fax.
Fax is learning, taking notes. The one arm that's still kind of good, not dripping in acid. Well, thankfully, the one that was attacked with his non-rapier hand, so he's going to go ahead and take a slice at it.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm assuming a 24 hits on that.
Yep.
Just put down my D8. There it is. Okay.
Folks, if you have a second, Reed is asking who has inspiration. So.
I think I'm the only one that does not have one anymore. I think I used mine.
I have 2. So that is going to be 6 for 12 plus 24, 27 damage.
27 damage, is that one that's been injured before?
Oh, not that I know. I don't know. Which one did you send at me?
No, that's exactly what we have to find out. Hang on, I'm sorry about that.
Because 2 of them still have fairy fire too, so.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, that's true.
Can't forget that.
Nope.
So I did send one to you that had fairy fire.
Okay, well, we'll see. Oh, closer to the nat 20, but it was a 19. Which makes it 28? 27. 26. That's math. 26. But that's just
demonstrating math skills.
Yeah, that was just for the hit. The damage was 27.
Okay. So that doggo just dies. Stab. Shakes. Its whole body shakes on the end of your rapier. You're doing this, and it just sort of, and its body fades into the ground.
Okay. And then as my bonus action, I would like to do another insightful fighting against the next closest attacker.
Which is the one attacking Lunan, I believe, since you're near the rock, right?
I believe so. And that is a 18 contested against its deception.
An 18 contested against its deception. What are you telling me to roll?
It's just their deception, the doggo's deception.
Just one more time for me, but I'm not quite sure what you're telling me to do.
Oh, so for insightful fighting, I have to roll an insight versus their deception. And if I win, I get the to keep fighting insightfully and adding my sneak attack and all that.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
You've done it.
Cool. All right.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
And you'd have to teach me that part of your character. All good. Okay, Lunan.
Okay, seeing how you just came right up with this one on me, I'm going to kind of shift around a little bit to where I don't have any allies within 5 feet of me.
Okay.
Spin my staff around, slam it into the ground, and cast Thunderclap.
Okay.
So they have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Thunder Wave, yeah?
No, Thunderclap. It's a cantrip.
Oh, I got you. Sorry, Constitution, did you say?
Yes.
I got a 14.
They needed a 15.
You got those in inspiration.
Even those bad folks.
So that's going to be 6 points of thunder damage.
Okay. Very good. Ellie?
So I can see that Thax is not having a great time. He's just a little bit hurt. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cast a healing word at 2nd level. So it's just I roll 1d4 twice and then I add my spellcasting modifier.
Okay.
Feel like hopefully that'll get us a better result. 1 second.
What is your healing word?
What?
I was just wondering for flavor. Like, is there a word that you chose for the healing?
Paprika. I don't know.
Ooh.
I like it.
You know what? If it heals me, it's my new favorite word.
Okay.
Color of the rising sun.
I need to ask a really dumb question real fast. How do you roll a d4?
It's the number that's at the top.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
I normally use online dice. Okay, so that's a 4 and then a 2, so it's 6, and then my spellcasting modifier is a 3, so 9.
Ooh, thank you. Thank
No
you.
problem. You're welcome.
All right. Pretty awesome. How do you roll a d4? I might tease you about that.
Sorry.
Kind of a teaser. All right, Aurora.
All right. So this time, instead of Hunter's Mark, I'm going to shoot. Unless it takes an action, I want to use my power that my bow has. Or is that a bonus action?
I think I set it up as a bonus action.
Okay. So I'm going to take 2 shots, and one of the shots is going to do the radiance.
Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to remember. I think you're casting your elf light onto the arrow that you're shooting from your magical bow.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
That's correct. So one of them is a 15 and the other one is a 26.
And both of them are hits. So I think it might have been Fax asking about that elf light going on an object. This is a special case because she has a magic bow that channels her soul light.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we're going to be like, not today, Cujo, not today. And I X'd out of my...
You look like a wimp.
Sorry about that. I X'd out of my D&D and Beyond. Okay, so the first one is 9 damage, and that's the one without the light.
Okay.
And the second one is, I'm guessing these are just evil and not undead, correct?
Hard to tell. They
Okay.
have aspects of.
Well, it'd be a base 11, and then it would depend if they're evil or undead, whether they take a 3d6 extra or 1d6 extra.
Give them the 3. You're shooting arrows of light into creatures born of pure darkness.
Probably not great.
13 extra, so 23.
Nice.
Nice.
So exactly what I just described. She puts a piece of her soul on the tip of an arrow and shoots it with a magical bow against creatures. She chose that stuff. This isn't just me DM constructing. You guys all clipped into this so perfectly. It was sick. So, which is why I have to cheat to beat you now. Keep that inspiration coming for the DM. Folks, feed hungry children by letting me slaughter these 5 people for your amusement and entertainment. Nah, they're too good for that. Okay, so I believe that brings us to Elendria.
It'll be Ice Knife at 2nd level. So first 20 to hit.
Gonna do it, yep.
So that'll be 8 piercing damage, and then they have to make a dex save versus cold. Or dex save.
They one critter's doing that, or you're saying
it's just one, whoever's right in front of me.
Yeah, no problem. Just want to make sure I was rolling that with my, proper expectation. 18. Sorry about that. Oh, wait. They have Bane. What am I trying to roll? Or what's my?
Gotta be a 15.
So you got to roll a d4 and subtract it from it too.
So if I roll a 4 on this d4, I rolled a 1. So they made it. I apologize.
Okay. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to teleport myself and use Misty Step and get 30 feet kind of behind it so it doesn't... Maybe it's a little confused before it turns around and gets me.
Well, you disappear in front of it. Got to do something about that. Yep. Okay. All right. It is my turn to attack. So, Faxes is dead, and so is, I believe Aurora would have killed her, the one that was attacking her first. No, select that. Boom, boom. Sorry. Okay, I got 4 attacks coming as follows. Lunan. Here we go. Big chompy bite rolls a 3. That's before I even take the Bane into account, so we'll say that's a miss that he's not going to spend inspiration for. You're just not tasty enough.
It is not today. I am not a Scooby snack.
That's actually appropriate. Ellie, I've got a 15 before inspiration, before Bane. Does a 15 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry about it, because now I have to subtract 1. Does a 14 hit?
Yeah.
I'm the lucky winner. I'm the lucky
I'm not even going to say what my armor class is because it's not great.
7 and 7, please. 7 pierce, 7 acid.
You're
Fine.
not a snack, you're a whole meal.
Thank you. I'm going to say, bad dog. And then when it still hits me, I'm going to be like, this doesn't work.
You need to be firmer. You need to mean it. Commit.
Working for me.
Wow, Elendria, you're going to be missed as well. I do have... That was 3 of my doggos. I did start with 6. So first I'm just going to roll the attack, see if it matters. It doesn't even matter. I can't hit any of you with that roll. Unless somebody has an 8-10 in the party. No? Okay.
Oh, sorry.
So, the dogs leap up, snarling, biting, acid pouring from their mouths, sizzling the ground where it lands. And we are back to the top of the order with Fax. Fax, you got nobody around you really to stabby stab because they're being put down faster than you can get to them right now. So you're going to have to move to get to a new one if you like.
He's still got that one that's right in between me and him, right?
Well, you moved away.
I just moved within the feet of the range of it.
He
I stayed
said
within
he just
range.
made-
I just didn't want to hit him with the Thunder Wave.
Which is disappointing because I wanted you to hit him with the thunder.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Be that way.
Tactics,
Understood. Okay, so Fax, what are you doing? You gonna go help poor Lunan? He sounds like he's begging for your help.
Yeah, I mean, with it just gnarling and snatching all around him, it seems like this dog's just gearing up for like a major hit against him. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm so sure.
I haven't rolled a crit today, have I?
So, question. First of all, are they fighting alike enough for me to use that insightful fighting on all of the same creatures, or is it only because the rules that I was looking at didn't specify?
So we're gonna say no because they broke their pack tactics. So if they were in the pack tactics, then sure.
Gotcha. Okay.
But they're running around like crazy things right now. There's no reason to what they're doing.
Second question is, I'm assuming the one that is on Ellie is the next closest. How far away is that one?
Roll me a d6.
Okay. Oh, that's a 1.
Too far.
Too far.
Try.
I'll get there soon, friend.
So good.
In the meantime, we'll try to take out this one that's right in front of us as quick as possible. And I'm gonna do a slash at its hind legs. And that one's gonna be a 21.
Gonna hit.
Big money, no Amy.
That you rolled that with advantage, right?
Yep. I look at that first.
That one's
first,
still
right. That's still no, okay. 22, but still.
Okay.
Not crit, but thank you. 9, 11, 20 in total.
20 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hang on, I gotta check that one. Oh, dies with another whimper as the elven investigator starts walking around dispatching shadow dogs.
Okay, so then I would like to just rinse and repeat. Try to, if I can, do my insightful fighting on the one that's attacking Ellie as well.
Yeah, go for it.
Okey-doke.
I'm gonna move on though. Lunan?
Yeah. No worries.
The one in front of you is dead. You've got nothing within melee range.
Okay. How far away is the one in front of Ellie?
Too far. You'll have to use all of your movement this round to get there.
Well, if I used all my movement and then another 30 feet, could I get there?
If I used all of my movement. No, I don't understand. What's your base movement rate?
So base movement's 30 feet or 35 feet, but I have Misty Step, so I'm trying to think if I could get there with Misty Step or not.
Is Misty Step a bonus action?
Yes, it is.
So your Misty Step dash?
Okay, so if I dashed and then so I wouldn't. Okay.
But then how do you make an attack? So it's kind of one half a dozen the other.
Okay, that's what I'm just trying to get an idea of how far away. So okay, but I can dash and get within. Well, no, I don't even have to dash then. So I'm going to head towards Ellie, and I'm going to go ahead and cast a second level healing word.
Okay. Make it happen.
So that is going to be my 2d4. Where did I go?
Paprika.
So yeah, I come running up, yell paprika as I point my staff at you.
You're learning.
And there's going to be 9 points of healing.
Thank you.
Okay, just for time purposes, folks, you're going to see me start to push you to go a little faster, okay? So here we go. Ellie, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at that jerk right in front of me, and I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on him. Let's see.
Hey, the fairy fire dogs are all dead by now, right?
Yes.
It was 3 of them, so.
Yeah, and 3 are dead.
Okay.
So 4d6 radiant damage.
Ow.
Yeah, it's about to be a time. I know how to read the 6 die, so don't worry. I knew we were concerned. I've played Yahtzee in that. We're good.
And this one you say oregano when you cast it, right?
Oregano. And 16.
Oh, it bursts into celestial flame and sizzles down to nothing.
Oregano.
Alendria. Oh, I apologize. Aurora.
Okay, so I'm going to. There's one left, right?
There's 2 left.
Okay. And at least one of them's within 150 feet, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to pick the one closest to me, and I'm going to give it a gift of 2 arrows.
Oh, it accepts your gift heartily.
Oh, the charity.
So that's a 16 and a 13.
I'm sorry, 13 and a 16, did you say?
Yeah.
The 16 hits.
And that'll be 12.
12 damage.
Yeah.
We just got another donor. So, Worlds Unending wanted to give a team bonus to you all and has just made another $100 donation. Folks,
Wow.
this is unbelievable.
This is amazing.
We are crushing it here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Now, when asked what this should be for, the answer was chaos, heroics, tragedy, and redemption. So
We can do that.
you're only allowed to use those for those 4 things. Chaos, but we're going to have to speed up to get these all used up. So,
Yep.
We can do it.
boom. Alendria.
Right, so there's one standing.
There is actually 2 still standing.
Oh, 2 still standing. Okay. Well, whichever one is like.
Wait,
Oh.
what was that damage again? Did you tell me?
12.
Oh,
I did put it on there already. Okay, great. Thanks. Sorry about
Okay.
that.
Whichever one is most likely to attack me next is the one I'm gonna to focus on.
You've still got one with you, so
It's been chasing me around. Yeah. So I will. So Thunder Wave. It's got a Constitution save.
when I looked at your character, I just giggled. You got Thunder Wave prepped at every level, right?
I am big on my thunder.
I love it. Constitution, did you say?
Yeah.
There is 0% chance I'm going to make that save.
All right. Then it takes 19 damage.
And the Thunder Wave shoots it back like 10 feet or something, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you're on that high ground, and this dog, he's been jumping up to get you, and you go kaboom, and your Thunder Wave kind of just splats it into the ground like a black smear. That then just fades away.
You could have said that we rained on its parade.
Dog speared.
That is perfect.
yep.
Oh, pack of comedians. Next time we're going to play a comedy adventure with these folks.
Probably.
All right.
Best idea.
All right. Doggos. I have a doggo. Perhaps if this was a regular doggo, it would be running for its life, but it is a mindless creature of shadow. And I'm certain I'm only going to get 1 attack with it before you put it down. So, just for fun, I'm going to randomly roll who's getting that doggo.
Not me.
Yeah. And I'm going to re-roll that since there isn't a 6th player. Come on. 1, 2, 3. That's Fax.
Yeah.
In all
Bring it
your
on.
stabby happiness, you fail to see the last dog has been charging at you apparently for half a round already. And it makes a leap through the air. Its slavering jaws attempting to bite your face clean off. Its mouth opens like a garfish coming down on some little tiny helpless little critter. And it's gonna roll up. 8. Respend that. Come on, here goes my 2nd point of inspiration because we need some.
You got it.
Yeah,
Go.
4.
Oh.
5. I'm down 2.
I feel Fax feels something going on behind it. It's not
right.
sure what's going on. It's very loud. It's kind of smelly.
So I'm gonna pause here, folks. You put down the last shadowy dog. With a howl, it fades away into nothingness. There's nothing but black marks on the ground where these things once existed. You gather your wits, you head down that trail, and you come to the town of Seabreast. It's exactly like Anglerton. There is not a living thing in there. However, there was some kind of family that was raising dogs. There's a set of kennels there. The kennels are all empty, and all their gates are closed. So the path continues along this coastline, and you really only have a choice now, as it is dusk. Are you going to rest, or are you going to push through?
I could probably use a rest. The wizards get a little useless after a full day of battle.
I mean, yeah, but the longer we take, the more lives might be lost.
I literally will be standing around just shooting crossbows poorly at it.
Well, I mean, we're
Elvis.
all elves. We only need a few hours.
It's true. It's only 4 hours.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
And then, we can maybe heal up some of the folks who need it. And
Okay. The question is, are we resting or no?
Fax agrees with Elandria. I believe we would be better served by preparing the best we can before this.
Yep. I guess we're resting then.
4 hours pass. We're going to speed this up. You're at full hit points. You're at full spells. When you get back on the trail, it is still night. Okay? You reach, because, you got there at dusk. So, it's midnight, 1 o'clock by the time you're heading back out. Maybe 2 at the most. You travel through the night. You get to the town of Hooker's Cove by dawn. This is just, this one is actually built on the beach, not like the others. You can actually see fishermen out in the water this morning. Okay?
Okay.
You're about 2 hours walk to Cape View. The trail is, of course, still going.
Yeah, I say we rush forward, try to catch up. It obviously hasn't hit yet.
We lost time in the night. We should stay on the path.
Keep going.
Yep.
And the path goes actually right past Hooker's Cove. It never goes into the town. And you keep following it. It eventually comes, we're talking about an overland journey that's taking you another 6 hours, right? When you get there, you can see a town built on a cliff again. Okay, very common theme, but that is a common theme around Morala. Okay, and there is black smoke pouring out of the town.
Rush towards it.
Yeah, then pick up the pace. Let's go.
So again, just for speed and expediency, you are going to come across a scene of utter horror. In the town, there are people fleeing the town screaming. Okay, as you approach, run, run! It's going to take everything. It's going to destroy it all. Run! Hysterical people, just running for their lives.
I run in.
I'm going in.
Okay, this is not a big town, about 1,000 people, right? So you go through a few streets, right, like 3 or 4, before you get into the center of the town. It's a little town square. It looks like it's been built up to be the center of everything. There's an inn, there's a candle shop, there's a tavern, there's various shops that are around in this square-ish area, and then there's some wagons. But about half of the wagons have been utterly destroyed. There is fruit everywhere, right? And it looks, honestly, to you like blood. In the center of the square is a massive creature made of black chitin and shadow. It has a huge, massive crab-like claw, but just one. It doesn't seem to have a face or a mouth, but it has legs that are, shaped like this, almost like mantis arms, and they hit the ground and make a sound like a sword being jammed into stone. So, we've got some big multi-legged chitinous shadow form creature with a giant claw. And as you watch, it charges at the tavern and smashes into it, causing the front of the tavern to collapse on it, which it then pulls back into the center of town. Initiative.
Ooh, Fax has a 21.
I'm going to learn to kill that fax earlier next time.
Do it.
An 8.
15.
17.
What have I been gearing up for, folks?
And 11.
Okay. On my lift. Here comes my big initiative roll. This is the one that matters for all the marbles. 11.
No.
I do not want to reroll that. I'm going to take it. All right, so here we are, folks. Here comes our final boss battle. We did burn a little extra time on some stuff today, otherwise we'd been here a little sooner. We might not get through this exactly perfectly, but this is what it's all about. This is now the cinematic climax, and this is where the inspiration points really come in. So, if you're still out there, still watching, and you're still interested in helping hungry kids get food, now's the last chance to donate for this particular stream. Of course, you can always wait for the next one. But if you want to keep us going, we're about to go into a battle where not all of these people may survive. And that's because they are up against a challenge that is vastly, vastly out of their league. But as heroes, they've got to give it a try. So thanks for watching. Thanks to the Game Tavern for everybody for getting us this far. We're going to see how quickly we can get this done. So, folks, on your best behavior with your best actions as quickly as possible. Who had the highest initiative? I'm sorry, I was barely paying attention. I was trying to remember what to say.
I believe it was Fax.
Yeah.
Fax, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17.
I had a 17.
16, 15, 14, 14, 13, 12, 11.
11.
So me.
And me.
What's your dex mod?
2.
Okay, so it's you, actually. Boogie Boogie goes next.
Good. It means it has a low dex.
No dex modifier whatsoever.
I got an 8.
You got an 8. Thank you. Decided to put Elendria twice in the initiative order. That's probably not going to be cool.
Is that what I can use inspiration for?
Yeah, anybody want to use
I have-
inspiration to change their initiative?
I'll have 4 attacks instead of 2.
You would just like to request that. All right, here we go, Fax. So you would be 30 to 60 feet away from this thing, Fax, right? You're looking and this thing just went kaboom and took down a half of the building with its body. What would you like to do?
Okay. Fax is going to be running towards it. Not going to be able to take the whole way there, but he's going to do the 30, the insightful fighting, which 18 plus 6, I'm sure is going to be whatever its deception is. And then he's going to throw his other dagger, because he only got the one left. He forgot to pick up the one from before.
Dang it. Details. Okay, throw that dagger.
So that is going to be 7, 16, 18.
It's going to hit.
And to be precise, after that, he is going to start trying to dismember its legs to keep it from causing quite so much damage in the future.
You'd like to concentrate damage on the legs? Is that what you're telling me?
Not with this dagger. He's just tossing the dagger, but from this point forward, yeah.
Okay, very good. We have 16 damage on a creature that makes absolutely no motion to detect or to show you that it acknowledges the damage.
That's fine.
Okay, Lunan.
Okay, so I'm guessing it's clear skies right now, right?
It's actually semi-cloudy.
Okay, so I am going to point my staff up to the sky above this thing, and I'm going to cast Call Lightning.
Better
So
check
I'm
the
gonna-
casting time on that one.
Call Lightning's a 1 action.
Oh, for real? I thought it's not
Nope.
a minute setup anymore.
No, it's a 1 action.
See, there I am in 2nd edition land again. All right.
So a 60-foot circle of clouds appears up above it,
Okay.
and a bolt of lightning strikes down on top of this thing.
Beautiful.
So it needs to make
Great.
a dex saving throw.
As if. Okay, this electronic dice blows. No, fail it with a 5.
So there's going to be 18 points of lightning damage.
Zot!
And I'm going to kind of try to find a place to kind of duck a little bit.
It rotates 360 when you do that.
Okay.
Ellie. Oh, sorry.
No, that's my turn.
Well done, Ellie.
I am going to cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level.
Okay.
So let me. Oh, I made a mistake. Sorry, I accidentally closed out my D&D Beyond thing. Okay. That was a 19.
That's it.
No, like it's a 19 to hit. Yeah.
Yep, it's a hit.
Okay. So then, at 3rd level, that's 66.
6d6.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Can I do an inspiration to make it 7d6?
No, you can use an inspiration to reroll your damage.
Oh, okay. Well, let me roll first. 9 plus 6 equals 14. 19. 6 equals 25. 31.
You had 66. Were you adding bonuses to that 66?
No, that's 66.
So you rolled all like 5s and 6s, right?
Yes.
To get to
Yeah.
31? Yeah, brilliant. Just had to ask. Sorry.
I was like, yes.
You're ever going to spend an inspiration to reroll something like that. So, guiding light, did you say that was?
Guiding Bolt.
Well, guiding bolt. And now that it's been struck by it, doesn't that help other people to hit it or something?
It says before the end of my next turn, there's an advantage to attack rolls. I think it's
The
just
next attack has advantage.
The next attack.
the next attack. Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
Beautiful. Because you're saying, hit it right there. And then you like punch a hole right through the darkness of the scene. And then you see that darkness close over the hole. Pretty cool, though. Alendria.
So it's got to make a dex save. I'm going to pull up those meteors again. So I'm being spiraled by meteors, and 2 of them are going to go zipping off toward it.
Did you say you're inspired by meteors?
Exactly. They're inspiring.
I got a 7.
That's cute. So it will take it'll take 15 points of fire damage this round.
Okay. You're lighting this thing up. Lightning, radiant, fire. This thing
But we do
goes-
best. We didn't come to play.
No.
turns its body, and now you can see it. Actually, maybe it has a ring of eyes around it.
Gross.
Lovecraftian.
No.
Love it.
Gross. Gross. Aim for the eyes.
This is Resident Evil. Just aim for the eyes.
And it's its turn. Everybody roll me a d6.
2.
3.
1.
One's the lucky winner. Worst luck, this thing
Mad at
turns,
me.
looks at you, and charges you. Full tilt. Okay? So, this thing moves at an incredible speed. It is like a tank that can go 100 miles an hour in 3 seconds or something like that. Here it comes. It's not going to be good. If it hits you, it will not be good. 15.
Yeah, that hits.
Inspiration.
You got inspiration. You can use it. Make them reroll.
Reroll.
I do believe the vernacular is reroll bitch.
Reroll.
10 total. I rolled a 3. Okay. All right. There's where inspiration comes in. All
Wait, does that still
And
hit?
armor class.
Does that still hit? No, hit an armor class. It's okay. At the same time it does that, its maw opens up like this, and a whole cloud of insects starts pouring out from
It's
it.
Resident Evil.
Okay? Not just insects. They appear to be flying worms.
Ah!
Fun.
Yeah.
It's a bad game.
Yeah. Yeah. The flying worms fly at Lunan. Oh man, I think Lunan's been my victim so far. Okay, so a cloud of insects flies straight into you and starts. These worms have maws. They're little mouths, and they start biting, and then they land on you and they start crawling under your armor and gnawing away at you. One gets in your ear like this and starts to bite. Ah! And you're going to take 16 piercing damage from this.
Ouch.
You are in a swarm.
Okay.
All right. And now it's going to rear up on its back legs as if it's going to stab you with piercy, stabby things there. Latest Angela, sorry, I just lost your name for a second. Alendria, right? So that's my turn, and it is Aurora's turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep this simple. Hunter's Mark, and then 2 shooty shoots.
Make it happen.
The technical term.
20 not natural, and a 28.
Both hit.
So that is 17 damage plus 5. So,
22. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm done.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Back to you, Fax. I think you guys have time for about 2 more attacks.
Okay. Fax saw that it likes to charge at things and smash them, and he's not a fan of that. So he wants to try to take its legs away. So yeah, he's gonna take a swipe or 2 at that.
Okay, so now you're running out. Swiping with a rapier, stabbing with a rapier.
Swiping with the rapier. Slash it. So that is going to be 22. That is 9, 5, 6, 2, 23. Of slashy damage.
Okay, got it. Anything else?
I was just wondering, does that hopefully get one of its legs off to slow it down a bit?
Does not. The legs appear to be sinew and shadow that are somehow tipped in metal.
My favorite.
Okay, that's fine.
But you're trying to use a rapier to hew. That's not what it's for. Use an axe, use a sword, right? Lunan.
All right, I don't like these worms. So I'm going to take my staff, I'm going to strike the ground, and I'm going to turn into a cloud of mist and move 30 feet away. Cast Misty Step.
Beautiful.
And move another 30 feet away from that swarm.
Okay.
And then use my action to call down another lightning on the big thing.
Yep.
He's going to make a dexterity saving throw.
Come on, big guy. Come on, big guy. Oh, what the heck? I lost my dice. 1 sec. That's a 16.
So it succeeds, so he takes half, so that's going to be 8 points of damage.
Okay. Scary stuff, Maynard. All right, Ellie.
I am just gonna stick with what worked before, so another 3rd level guiding bolt.
Okay.
So let's roll that. Yeah, that was a 9, so I'm gonna spend a point of inspiration to reroll. Is that allowed? Okay.
Still got one, yep.
Cool. That's a 2. You know what? I'll do another because we're getting towards the end anyway. Why not?
That's your last one, though, I think. Yeah.
That's an 18. Natural 18. Okay. I actually still have one more inspiration. And then so that's a 66.
How much inspiration did you give my players?
People love. 6. 4, 13, 15, 26.
26 damage?
Yep.
Ouch! Ouch, ouch, ouch! Okay, Elendria.
It's got to make 2 dex saves.
It hates Elendria.
I know. I figured that out.
It's a big hulking creature. We know it's not dexterous.
I got me a 10 and a 12.
All right, so first it will take, I think it was 19 points of fire damage, and then it will take, I don't like that, so I'm going to use a point of thing. It will take 35 points of lightning damage.
35 more, okay.
And then I'm going to move, like, I'm going to kind of spread our group out a little bit, so we're kind of going in different directions. I'm also moving away from the flying bugs, because those look gross.
Yeah, they don't feel so good.
Got it. Y'all are a frighteningly powerful group, you know that? I think I'll have
We're the World Wardens.
I mean, yeah, this is what we're here for.
Oh, this is that's exactly right.
We were chosen.
One thing I didn't mention about this campaign setting is that the highest level is 13. So, in terms of the world, you are super powerful, right?
Pretty good.
But then I do introduce a 0 level, so there is actually you can start as apprentices now, like you can't do in 5e anymore. Anyway, trivia. Sorry, having a battle here.
Interesting.
It is my turn to fight. I have basically sword feet coming down at you, Ellie. Sorry. Who am I attacking? I am attacking Ellie. Okay, so big clawy, swordy things, and he's got 2 of them coming down. The first attack is a armor class 23.
Yeah, that hits.
Second attack is armor class 15.
That also hits.
You are taking 17 damage, piercing from each of those blows.
Still standing.
All right. The insect swarm, looking for a victim, doesn't know where Misty Boy went, not going to attack you, Elendria, so the swarm flies off and attacks. see how I do that?
Yep, we see what you're doing.
Using the cameras there. So that is Elendria getting a swarm. That's going to come and just surround you and bite you like crazy until you lose 17 hit points. Is that what... Sorry, I may have just got that number wrong. Is that what I did to you, Lunan? Was it 17?
Something like that, yeah.
16.
16, yeah.
16. So 16 piercing, biting, poking little stabby. And beyond that, its maw opens again. And out from its maw comes a mass of tendrils. Just like the dogs had, just like the ooze had, all this stuff.
It's terrible.
And it kind of reaches behind like this to grab facts.
No. Don't want that. No, thank you. Don't
Here
like
we go,
it.
buddy. I have hit an armor class of 23. Okay.
Yep. That's gonna hurt.
Lifts you off the ground, pulls you inside.
Ooh. Bye.
Doing anything? Any
Inspiration? You didn't get hit?
You do still have your inspiration.
Yeah, I'll use my inspiration and get you to re-roll that, please.
really want to reroll it?
I do. I want you to re-roll. Please.
This is for all the whammies. This is why I DM right here.
No whammy, no whammies, no whammies.
Click. 3. So I can't spend a point of inspiration to overturn a point of inspiration. Okay.
Nice.
So
I got
as
nice
it's
touchy
lifting
feely.
you, like this, you twist and writhe. Okay, you fall. I'm gonna give you a point of damage as you fall to the ground to recover, and you jump back up because you never saw that coming, and obviously it's got 360 vision.
Yeah. Still don't like that. No.
Woo. Well, that's it for me. We are running out of time, folks. Here we go. Aurora.
Okay, so I am going to do 2 shoots, and this time I'm going to imbue one with the light
Yep.
17 and a 1.
You sure you want to keep that one?
Inspiration.
Actually, I'll re-roll it. I have one more. 19. So 17 and 19.
Hit.
Okay.
And you're going to roll the big radiant damage on that.
Yeah. 8, so 18. 28, 20, 32 damage.
32 damage. Okay. It doesn't show any signs of slowing down, folks. Okay, you've done about 250 damage to it so far. Just to be clear. Okay. 2-minute warning, folks. Last attack. If you can get it in, Fax, faster than lightning. Go.
Do it.
That is a 22. Fax is changing to the eyes because legs no likey.
Yep.
Resident Evil.
That is 11, 15, 16.
Lunan, get going.
21.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna move closer to my friend over here that's been taking all the damage. As a bonus action, casting Healing Word. So that's gonna be 14 points of healing.
Okay.
I'm doing it at 3rd level.
Okay.
And then I'm also, as my action, calling down another bolt of lightning for a dexterity saving throw.
Roll it. Ellie, get going.
Let's do it again. Same exact thing.
What damage did you do, Fax?
21.
21, thank you.
You know what? Re-roll again for my last point inspiration. Let's do it. 17.
17 hits.
Okay, so 66.
I had 15 points of lightning damage.
3,
Thank you.
7, 11, 14.
Alendria, go ahead while she's rolling damage.
So
22.
2 dex saves.
Got it. 22. Dex saves, 2 of them. Is that right?
Yep.
Come on. Fail. These dice don't roll over 10s, you guys.
So the lightning bolt will go through the cloud of bugs around me because it can hit multiple targets. So it'll hit both the lightning or the bugs and hopefully char those off of me.
You bug zap the cloud as you're
Basically, I'm a giant bug zapper because gross.
Awesome.
So 35 damage to the big guy and then another 20 damage to the big guy.
Aurora, I'm going to attack while you're taking your final attack. Go ahead.
13 and a 23.
23 hits.
Okay, I'm gonna use my light.
Yeah, go for it. That is a sword hitting Angela for 17. Sorry, Ellie for 17 more.
Okay, I'm still standing though.
16 damage.
Thank you.
Not happy
Let
about
you fall.
The cloud of bugs is going to only do 8 damage because it's been reduced to half size, but you're still taking that, Alendria. And then what was your damage, Alendria?
It was 35 plus 20, so 55.
55. Dear God.
As a giant lightning bolt and some 2 fireballs that I've been holding in reserve. So
You are
Nice.
heroes. I'm going to make one last attack because we're just running out of time. And it's more tentacles on our poor boy Fax. 25 armor class, bud. I'm reeling you in.
16.
You got anything? What's that?
Oh, I thought you were asking me for my no. Whatever it is, he's just freaked out by it. So no reaction on that just yet.
Okay.
His armor class is 16.
Yeah, I hit a 25. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'm pulling you in. No inspiration left for you, right?
Mm.
Okay. And that's where we have to call it. So what was really going to happen was this party was going to fight. Probably a couple of them were not going to make it. Of course, there are other sleepers coming to help them with this battle right now. And this was a challenge to see what time they were going to get to the final battle and what status the combat would have been in by the time they arrived. So the rest cost you not lives of people, just a little time and a little setup. Okay. You might have been in a better position for this battle before. This beast is meant to be able to take on multiple heroes. You did fantastic. I'm certain you would have beat it given the time. Okay. But unfortunately, from the Gaming Tavern and from Beware the Black Tide, we've got to say goodbye now. Can we check on that charity super fast? Does anybody have the number up? Can somebody shout out the incredible amount of money that we've been donated? Anybody have it?
I'm trying to look for it right now.
From what I see, we are at $3,717, which helps us create 37,170 nutritious meals for kids.
Which is
yeah, and that's
on top
not
of that,
to mention the additional 1,000 from Shard Tabletop who are matching that. So that's 47,000 meals for kids.
Thank
okay.
you, everybody.
What do we got coming up next? Anybody know what's happening next? Next event?
So we got the Star Wars
Wars.
Shadowport adventure is coming up next.
Awesome. Thanks to all of you who joined us for this epic adventure. As you can see, we did our best to entertain you. I hope you were entertained. Are you not entertained as it goes?
You know?
Okay, thanks again. We're signing off. All our best to you. Good luck to the next session. Good luck to everybody. Thanks.
Hey.